Good evening, football fans. Welcome to the Chesmont Game of the Week on ChesmontFootball.com. What a matchup we have for you tonight, live at Cottmeyer Stadium in Downingtown, Pennsylvania, where the one-loss Coatesville Red Raiders are set to take on the undefeated Downingtown East Cougars. I am Mikey Dunn, joined by Carl Rumman. Carl, I find it hard to believe anybody doesn't know about this high-powered Coatesville Red Raider team, but tell us about Coatesville.
Well, like you said, Mikey, the Coatesville Red Raiders, who are coached by Matt Ortega, are 7-1 this year with a 4-0 in the division, averaging 42 points a game and giving up only 9. Fifth in the state, right behind Downingtown East at PA Prep Live Top 20. Coatesville won last year's game 40-7. It all starts with the zone run scheme and junior running back Aaron Young. He has 1,001 yards on just 87 carries. Coatesville's answer to being undersized up the middle will be to attack the edge with its short passing game led by sophomore quarterback Ricky Ortega. Ortega has gone 5 games without an interception and is 254 yards away from reaching 4,000 for his career. Dupre Bryant is Ortega's favorite target, catching 31 passes for 552 yards and 9 touchdowns. They also have Katero Summers, who gives Ortega a big target on the outside, and Mecca Alexander and Avery Young are more than viable options. Also, don't forget about the running ability of Ortega, who is great at that quarterback draw, Mikey.
Yeah, Ortega, 366 yards rushing and 4 touchdowns to go with his phenomenal passing stats. He is the top-rated quarterback in Chesmont, but they're going up against a strong opponent in the Downingtown East Cougars. Downingtown East coming in at 8-0, 4-0 in the division. Head coach, of course, by Mike Matta. He's been their coach since they started. This team has been around for 15 years when Downingtown East started playing. 7 of those years, they've had Laletta at quarterback. This season, the quarterback is Bryce Laletta. He is the 9th-rated quarterback in Chesmont. He has 61 completions on 103 attempts, 7 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, so he has to work on that. But their running game is where they're bread and butter offensively. Aaron Young might be the number 2 guy in Chesmont for rushing yards. Downingtown East has the number 3, 4, and 5 leading rushers in Chesmont. Talk about a 3-headed monster, Carl. And that's Brasir Stocker, Garvey Jonathan, and Tim Avido leading their rushing attack, but they are very strong defensively. They give up just under 16 points a game. The big thing for them, only 77 yards rushing a game allowed, only 220 yards total. So 2 very strong defensive teams, 2 teams that force a lot of turnovers. Since Coach Ortega has taken over at Coatesville, Carl, it is 4-4 for the series. Coatesville's won 3 of the last 4. As you said, Coatesville won it last year, 40-7. Well, the previous 6 matchups were all decided by an average of 6 points. It's going to be really the speed of Coatesville versus the strength of Downingtown East. Whenever we've seen the Cougars this year, we've played a fun little game of how many tackles can Brasir Stocker break a game. I think he's going to have a big night for Downingtown East to be victorious. For Coatesville, they just need to not struggle with penalties. The high-powered offense they have really can get stopped just by themselves. Pete DiGiovanni, our friend from PA Prep Live, has Coatesville is winning tonight's game 35-21, but that's why they play the game, Carl, as we see that Coatesville will be receiving the opening kick, so to get that high-powered offense out there to start the game. Carl, what are you looking for? What is the matchup you're most looking forward to this evening?
Well, I mean, the Coatesville's high-powered offense, Mikey, with all those wide receivers, gives them an edge in the number of big plays that can be made. So it's important for East to be able to stay in front of them, and short tackling is extremely important. And, of course, turnovers, if there are any, could be a very big factor in this game. East is very resilient, as we've seen all year, and they should give them a tough game, I hope.
Yeah, and Downingtown East, the big thing for them is this is our 3rd time seeing them this year, Carl. In both games, they came out at halftime and just played phenomenally. And what's interesting is last game, they beat Unionville 45-21. And Coach Matta actually said they didn't make any halftime adjustments. They just told told them to play how they've been coached. We'll be right back after the national anthem played by the Downingtown East Marching Band. We are back at Comp Stadium after the starting rendition of the national anthem by the Downingtown East Band. Getting back to the Unionville game, the coach from quote from Coach Matta, he said they didn't make any halftime adjustments. They told the kids just to play. They were taught, and what a way they played in that second half, Carl. That was a 3-point game at halftime, and again, they won 45-21. The game that sticks in my mind for Downingtown East was against North Penn, a strong opponent. It was close at halftime, and then they won 61-44. Even if North Penn's not having their best season, you don't put up 61 points on North Penn.
Like you said, Mikey, they're a very strong second-half team. So, if they can stay in this game in the first half, I like their chances down the end stretch because they've been a really good second-half team, and they seem to pull together with all the stops. And that rushing attack tires out the other teams. We'll see if it can tire out Coatesville tonight.
I'm really curious to see the Coatesville receivers against the Downingtown East secondary because Downingtown East has a good pass rush. If they can get to Ortega, it's going to be maybe some balls just being thrown up, and it's going to be just outright speed trying to chase down the ball. And Coatesville will be receiving. Short kick. Red Raiders are going to have good field position, but I think Downingtown East just wanted to make sure there wasn't a strong return.
Charles Brown on the carry, but a very short kick, Mikey. I mean, anybody could have kicked it that far.
Carl, we have Downingtown East who averages over 42 points a game, Coatesville who averages over 41, and the defense is Downingtown East giving up just under 16, Coatesville giving up 9.4. So it's two teams that score a lot and don't give up a lot of points. Something's going to have to give tonight. If you're a Coatesville fan, Ricky Ortega is going to be the man leading you at quarterback. The toss goes to Aaron Young. Young with a good, hard run. Carl, he's not just fast. It's just his ability to make the cuts he needs, his vision to see the holes. Just all around a great running back.
Yes, he is. And, a great job by Ortega with the zone read there and getting the ball out to Young for a big gain of 14 yards on a first down.
1st and 10. Ortega takes it himself. He's got room to run. Takes it to the outside. Just fantastic running ability, Carl. There was a hole up the middle, but he realized that got closed quickly. He took it to the outside. Another first down for the Red Raiders.
Yeah, a lot of options for them, Mikey. As you can see, they faked that time, and they probably keyed on Young, and you can't just key on one guy on this team.
1st and 10, ball on the 30, opening drive of the game. It's the Chesmont Game of the Week on ChesmontFootball.com. Aaron Young with the carry. He's stopped by several Cougars, including Connor Munnelly. We'll be saying his name a lot tonight, Carl.
Yeah, that's a good tackle, and that's probably their strength is up the middle defensively. So, but Coatesville wants to go there also, just to show them that they're not afraid to go anywhere on the field.
Hurry up offense for the Red Raiders. 2nd and 9. Take it, drops back. He's got a man open. That's Dupree Bryant. What's Bryant done this year, Carl? Oh, just have the number 2 in receptions in Chesmont. 31 receptions, 552 yards, 9 touchdowns. Even more impressive, he averages 17.8 yards a reception. And it's another Red Raider first down. They are marching down the field. Young with the carry. Ball comes out the end, but he was already out of bounds. Stocker, one of the man, forcing him out of bounds. Just his ability, Carl, with the ball. I feel like I'm watching, I don't want to be too hyperbolic, but I feel like I'm watching Gale Sayers or Barry Sanders out there.
Yeah, he's quite talented, Mikey, and a good defensive play. The problem is stopping them on 1 down, you have to stop them on 3 downs or 4 downs, and that's the tough part.
2nd and 7. Ortega, play action. Oh, he had a man open. He had Avery Young, but the ball was thrown just too high.
Break for Downingtown there, as Avery Young would have had a short touchdown, but he overthrew him, and it come up 3rd down now. So
you can hear the Cougar fans making some
Cougars.
noise.
Big play here early in the game.
This is the de facto Chesmont National Division Championship. Take it, drops back, throws the screen to Young. Nice job by the Cougar defense. It's going to bring up 4th down. And we say it's the de facto championship because each team does still have a game next week, but they are both heavy favorites in those games. So whoever wins this is going to probably win the Chesmont National Division. Both teams already in the playoffs. It's just going to be a matter of seeding for them.
So we have a key early play here, Mikey. 4th and 4. They're going to go for it.
Do you give it to Aaron Young, or does Ortega do a run-pass option?
I would do the option.
And there's pressure up the middle, and he's going to be taken down by Brashear Stocker. Carl, we were talking before the game. I said if Downingtown East wins, Brashear Stocker is going to be your D'Ambrosio Auto Group player of the game. And I was saying that for offensive reasons, but right there, he makes the big play defensively.
Big play, so that, execution is going to be really important, Mikey. And that pass that he missed Avery Young, we're going to look throughout the game. Who's going to make the mistakes? It may not be an interception, but it could be an overthrow that could make a big difference in this game. And Brashear Stocker comes up big again for East.
1st and 10, Downingtown East, ball on the 20. That is Tim Avito.
Good job by Coatesville there as they stack them up for a short gain.
And Carl, I feel like for Avito, usually we're seeing him just getting the tough yards. He'll get the carries that help wear down the defense, and then he just busts out a big run.
Yeah, they like to wear you down with that rushing attack, the 3-headed monster led by Brashear Stocker, who's the big breakaway back.
That's what the matchup I'm really interested in as well, is seeing the speed of Downingtown East trying to bring down the strength of Stocker. Avito with the carry again. No room to run.
Great job by Coatesville there as they stack them up. No yardage.
Yeah, we do talk about their speed, but they do also just have a lot of talent, and they do have the strength as well. Carl, they gave up a lot of yards rushing to Cumberland Valley, 187 in the final week, over 200 yards to Reading. But in the game since then, just 70 yards per game allowed. So now it's 3rd and 8 Downingtown East. They'd love to get the conversion because otherwise their defense is going to have to go right back out on the field.
And Laletta on the carry there, Mikey, and it's going to be short, and they're going to have to kick.
Apologies for the video issue there, but it was a nice job by the Coatesville defense stopping Laletta.
And I was surprised not to see Stocker on that series. Hopefully he did not get hurt on the opening defensive series. They're going to need him out there.
We have a timeout in Downingtown East. We'll be back after this word from the Flying Machine Cafe.
Tell us a little bit about your restaurant.
Well, we have a restaurant on the field here called Flying Machine Cafe, and we've been here since 1997. It's a full-service restaurant, breakfast, lunch, dinner. You have an excellent view of the airfield and aircraft.
And I know that you guys got some of the best French onion soup that could be made in the world. So don't forget, come down and have lunch. See Mike, the owner. He might even give you a discount.
Never can tell.
We're back at Kottmeyer Stadium as Downingtown East caught a timeout before having to punt. Guess they want to make sure they have the right men on the field. And Coatesville is going to get phenomenal field position. They call the timeout, and that's the punt that they get. Carl, I'm saying it early. You got to be sound in the kicking game.
Yeah, that's a short punt, 37-yard line of East. And you can't give them that kind of field position. You know.
The defense gets the big stop. The offense does not help them out. And then the special teams lets the defense down as well.
Yeah, if you're going to stop them, Mikey, you have to score. You have to put pressure on them.
Shotgun formation. Ortega with the option. Tosses it to Young. Looks like that was Grisanti knocking him out of bounds.
Again, with that speed, great defensive speed. And Brashear Stocker was right there if they didn't get him. He's all over the place on defense tonight, Mikey.
2nd and 5. 7:18 to go in the first quarter. Nothing is your score. Oh, and looks like it's going to be a halfback pass. Maybe no, he's just running it himself. There is a flag. The way that was set up, Carl, just kind of slowly and then doing the toss as far back as they did, I thought that Young was going to look the pass, but.
Well, he may have looked downfield, Mikey, because like you said, he did look the pass. And let's see what the penalty is about here. And it is going to be against Coatesville.
The offensive holding. They have gotten over 10 penalties in 4 games this year, where Downingtown East averages of just 4 penalties a game for 31 yards. So that could be something that is in the favor of Downingtown East. So we said Coatesville, really the best team at beating them is Coatesville. Take it, drops back, runs it himself up the middle. Quarterback draw. Stopped by Trent McNally. Too much room to run there, Carl.
Yeah, it was about 9-10-yard gain, but they still held them to half-decent totals. It still sets up a 3rd and 8 for them.
If they can get off the field on a stop here after that punt and after the field position that Coatesville had.
But we're probably in 4-down territory again, so they're going to have to stop them on 2 consecutive downs like they did the last time. Gets tough to stop them over and over again.
Do they look to Bryant or Alexander or Summers? So many options, as we've said. Pass is dropped. It was intended for Dante Cruz. Not a name we were expecting to hear on that play.
No, and he dropped it. So their other receivers are pretty short-handed, Mikey, and we're not used to them dropping the ball.
Cruz, the senior.
So they are going to punt.
Try and pin him down deep in their territory. They have confidence in their defense.
Big win for Downingtown if he gets it, if the punt goes in the end zone. Let's see what happens.
Well, Coach Madden, no matter what, has to be thrilled, so long as they don't commit a penalty here, that they'll be getting this ball back without giving up any points. They're not even pressuring, no risk of a roughing the punter. Fair catch called for. Very smart play there. That was Choi with the fair catch. We'll be back with Downingtown East's second drive after this word from the D'Ambrosio Auto Group.
Don't just go to any dealership. Go to the Big Lot. Jeff D'Ambrosio Auto Group, destination Downingtown. For the biggest savings, best selection, and the best deals. Save up to $12,000 off Ram trucks and up to $8,000 off Jeep Cherokees. Go to the Big Lot with thousands of Jeeps and Ram trucks and over 150 Jeep Wranglers in stock. For the name you can trust for over 35 years, go to the Big Lot. Jeff D'Ambrosio Auto Group, Destination Downingtown.
We are back at Kottmeyer Stadium. Downingtown East yet again can't get anything going on that run. That was Jonathan. So we said they are a three-headed monster, Carl. And Stocker, Jonathan, and Navedo.
Jonathan's in now, but we have not seen Stocker with the ball yet.
Second down. Aletta throws the pass. That is completed to Connor Noble. It's going to be a first down for the Cougars. Big gain for the Cougars. Stocker with the carry. Well, they found a way to take him down, but he's still got a decent gain.
As Avery Young makes the tackle. Sorry, that was Aaron Young.
2nd and 4 for the Cougars. Nice job there by the Red Raider defense bringing down Stocker. It's rare to see him get taken out, but as you can see there in the pile, there was 5 Red Raiders there making that stop.
Right, it's the only way to stop him. We've seen him all year. He is a truckload to bring down, and you need gang tackling on him, as you saw in the first run. Big play here, 3rd and 4.
Well, Carl, we said it was 2 offenses that score a lot of points, 2 defenses that don't give up a lot of points, and something was going to give. Now, also, I think it's a feeling out process, seeing what each team's trying to do, seeing what they can get away with.
Didn't like that call, Mikey.
Navedo gets stopped. I agree, Carl. Not going to get it done if you're doing that against Coatesville.
No, not going to get it done. So far, Navedo and Jonathan have been non-factors here in the run game.
Fourth and 6. And they go for it, Carl.
Did they get it, Mikey? It's going to be close.
And it is a first down.
I'm not too sure what Mike Maya had in mind there, but that was even more gutsy than Doug Peterson and the Eagles.
Maybe he thought he was going to catch them off guard. Coach Madden did say this might be the best Coatesville team since he's been at Downingtown East. Aletta takes it himself. Going up the sideline. He gets hit out of bounds. That has to be a late hit, Carl.
Yeah, there it is, Mikey.
We said Coatesville gets called for a lot of penalties. No reason to do that. He's clearly 2 steps out of bounds, Carl.
Yep, 2 steps out of bounds, and great play by Loletta getting down the sideline for a big play. And then we'll add 15 more on, and they'll be down to the 25-yard line, Mikey.
Coach Ortega's not going to be happy about that. As we correctly predicted, Carl, was the late hit call.
Yeah.
Can't make it that obvious. 1st and 10, ball on the 25. Cougars trying to put up the first points of the game. Jonathan with the carry, and he's going to go in for the score. Touchdown, Garvey Jonathan. Downingtown East draws first blood. Nice run up the middle, Carl. They created the hole for him.
Yeah, it's their first big run play of the night, but a great job of blocking on that play, and Jonathan took it in for a big touchdown.
Special teams is going to be key tonight. You got to make every extra point you can. And that kick is good. Downingtown East leads 7-0 with 3:09 to go in the first quarter. Barnabas Westchester is a group that exists to help people who are involved in some sort of career transition. Whether you're unemployed, underemployed, returning to the workplace after a long absence, or maybe just thinking about switching careers, we're here to help you. Barnabas Westchester meets in the community room of Providence Church located at 430 Hannam Avenue in Westchester every Monday morning from 6:30 to 7:30. Everyone is welcome to attend. For more information, go to barnabaswc.org or email us at info@barnabas.org. Carl, it's very efficient, 84 yards and 8 plays.
Again, the key play on that drive, besides obviously the Laletta rollout and penalty, was the going for it on 4th down in their own territory and getting that first down. And they just barely got it, Mikey, and that was the key. And I'll tell you what, Mike Madden is going to pull out all the stops tonight. He knows who he's going up against. And so far, so good.
They have to be happy. Their defense has performed well, and the offense did what they needed to. Another short kick.
Maybe Aaron Young smart to come up and try to get that ball because he can do something with it. They're certainly giving them good field position, but I guess they feel like that's what they have to do.
And there's the chance there might be one bounce that goes a little crazy, and they're able to recover it.
Yeah, it's almost like an onside kick if the ball, they're so close to the line there that if they do fumble it, they could come right down and get it.
Option. Actually, looked like a forward toss, but getting a huge run is Dupree Bryant. He's still going, Carl.
And if that wasn't a penalty there, Mike, we have a touchdown.
And he's going to go in for the score. Huge play for Coatesville. We said they a high-powered offense, and they showed it right there. As, again, I do believe that actually was a forward toss, so that might actually count as a passing touchdown. Either way, Dupree Bryant gets the score. Too easy, Carl.
Yeah, it's a perfect pitch, by the way. He let him almost like you said, a forward pass. All his momentum going forward, and with that speed, very difficult to stop. So that quickly get right back in it and get the game tied with this extra point.
And the kick is up. It is good. Coatesville has tied this game after one play. 7-7 is your score. We'll be back after this word from Beaver Creek Tavern. Whether looking for the best burgers in Chester County, a place to host your private event, or a relaxing place to enjoy daily food and drink specials, Beaver Creek Tavern has you covered. Serving classic American fare with gluten-free and vegetarian options available. To get the party started, go to 1350 Bondsville Road in Downingtown or call 484-593-0481. We'll see you there. We are back at Kottmeyer Stadium. Carl, we were just saying that the defenses were dominating, but we thought the offenses were just trying to get a feel for the game. We have touchdowns, back-to-back plays.
Yeah, and that's the type of game we're going to have tonight, Mikey, as, they can be stopped, but they can't be stopped for long. So, what does that tell you? It tells you that Downingtown's going to be gambling all night on 4th downs, even in their own territory, because they know they have to keep up with this team. You have to keep them in front of them, but that play they were not able to. And Dupree Bryant, sure, I think we're going to call that a run for now, Mikey, until I get better clarification.
No matter what, just too much space there.
Yeah, I mean, and not an easy pitch out, Mikey, on that play. If you looked, he led him perfectly. And that's why we're saying we're not sure if it was a passer, because when he came across, he almost came across the line of scrimmage.
Short kick there. And a big return for Zach Hamilton. Big play after big play after big play, Carl.
What a play by Zach Hamilton on that play.
And you know I love my special teams.
And that's the type of plays Downingtown East is going to have to come up with tonight if they want to stay in this game.
Can Downingtown East answer with a touchdown? It's kind of crazy to say for a team that scores as many points as they do a game. They're not the team we're expecting to make the big plays tonight. I formation, Stocker in the game. They're going to, flag on the play. Illegal procedure. Downingtown East back them up 5 yards. Carl, they only average 4 penalties a game. You just had a big return, and you're hurting yourself. Coach Matta cannot be pleased.
Bercier Stocker in the game.
Play action. The letter rolls out. Flag on the play. He gets
That's going to be another
hit
penalty
hard
on East, Mikey.
That was Charles Brown with the stop. Yeah, it looked like in the area of a hold or a block in the back.
Yep. There it is.
After the great return by Hamilton, the Cougars are going the wrong way. This is a unique game for me, Carl, because I'm a Downingtown West grad, so all my life Coatesville was the rival. Then when I was in high school, Downingtown East came into existence. They were the rival, so I'm used to wanting both of these teams to fall to my team. So watching just this, no dog in the race, no dog in the fight, no horse in the race, I should say. Just pure love of football and two great teams to watch. The screen pass goes to Umberger, or I should say the short pass.
Yeah, short gain. They wanted more yardage than that for that play. You want to get small, nice chunks to get it back there, but 2 yards isn't going to do it.
It seems like this quarter is flying, Carl, even though we've had a couple of defensive stops. 2 minutes to go. 7-7 is the score in the first quarter. It's the Chesmont Game of the Week on ChesmontFootball.com. Stocker with the carry. He's got room to the outside. Tried to cut back in, but was tripped up at a big run by Stocker. Folks, just a reminder, follow us on Twitter at ChesmontFB, and if you follow us tonight, tweet us or retweet us. You can win a Downingtown East hat. That's at ChesmontFB. Also, be sure to like 3CTV Live on Facebook and follow 3CTV Live on Instagram. 3rd and 1, Carl.
Big play by Stocker there, and Everett Young made the tackle to keep it from being a first down.
Man in motion. Avito with the carry. He has enough for the first down. We say he's the guy that really gets the tough, hard runs. Out of the 3 Cougar backs, he has the lowest yards per carry, but it's still 5.6 yards a carry, Carl.
Yeah, like you said, he wears you down and he comes up with big plays. All their running backs are very efficient, Mikey, and Stocker's the big one. And as you can see on this drive, Stocker was the one that came up with the big play on that 2nd and 23 as he got 22 yards and allowed for them to get a first down. Now, obviously, they want to go in and get this touchdown and get them a lead at the end of the first quarter.
Formation Stocker in the game. He gets the carry. Runs into his own line. Now he's just trying to get any yards he can get. We have a helmet off. That is number 54 for the Red Raiders, Alex Raimondo. He's going to have to come off for a play. Second and 9 for the Cougars. Do they treat this as 4-down territory, or do they go for the field goal if they're close enough? Laletta pass is deflected, and it is intercepted. John Clifford catches the deflected pass. Laletta knew he was going to have to do a little bit of a different throw there as he kind of tried to do almost like a jump pass. It's his 8th interception of the year, Carl. We said turnovers were going to be big tonight, and the Cougars make the stop. Excuse me, the Red Raiders make the stop of the Cougars.
Big play there. As the ball was tipped in the air, and he came down with it, and that really thwarted East's drive. So the first big turnover of the game goes to Downingtown.
Run up the middle. Yeah, Downingtown East, Carl, they force a lot of turnovers, but unfortunately for them, they turn it over a lot. So Coatesville was able to take advantage of the deflected pass. That was a drive that cannot make you happy if you're a Cougar fan because they had 2 penalties and then the turnover. 2nd and 7. This could be the final play of the quarter if it is a running play. And I don't believe they are going to run another play. That is going to do it here for the first quarter at Cottmeyer Stadium. It is undefeated Downingtown East 7, 1 loss Coatesville 7. We'll be back with second quarter action after this word from Chester County Transmissions.
Hi, this is Andy at Chester County Transmissions. We're a full-service automotive shop here in Coatesville, Pennsylvania that also specializes in transmission and driveline repair. Just so you know, for all your automotive needs, we're here to take care of you. State inspections, whatever you need. Our number here is 610-384-2879.
Good
Hey,
morning,
Sam.
Chester County Transmissions. Rich speaking. How can I help you?
Please stop in, give us a call. God bless.
We are back at Cottmeyer Stadium as we stand at a 7-7 score going into the second quarter. And the second quarter is brought to you tonight by Lincoln Diner. That's right, Lincoln Diner, located up near the Chester County Airport. Carl went there, moved 2 months ago, was starving, went to go get a meal at the Lincoln Diner, and I eat a lot, Carl. Well, I got a nice roast beef sandwich. They gave me so much food, I actually had to save that for another meal. So they gave you great portions. They're open 24/7. Mention this ad to get 10% off your bill. Young with the carry. Gets another Red Raider first down.
Good run by Avery Young there as he showed his speed.
First down, ball on the 30. So he's able to get out of a crowd. Just, again, getting just a few extra yards is key. It makes it a more manageable second down. It is 2nd and 7, but that should have been no gain.
Good job by the Downingtown East as they're still being very stalwart up front. It's when they go outside that they've got to be careful. As they could keep them in front of them, not to let them break out.
Ortega rolls out. Going to take it himself. Nice hit by Grisanti. Solid tackling there, Carl.
Very good tackle, Mikey, and that really pretty much no gain on that play. Got maybe a yard. 3rd and 7. Again, big play here for East. If they can hold him, get the ball back. Very much within the game. They want. This is an important quarter for them, as you know they're a good second half team.
Pressure, but Ortega avoids it. Pass is incomplete. So the Cougar defense gets the stop they need.
Very impressed with Downingtown East's defense tonight, Mikey. Except for that one big play, they've pretty much done a really good job so far. And have stopped Coatesville on 3 out of the 4 drives.
And the second quarter brought to you by Lincoln Diner. Mention this ad this week only. Get 10% off your bill. located right near the Chester County Airport and the Airport Road Shopping Center. That is Choi on the return. So the Cougar offense is going to look to try and take the lead. Their defense has been there tonight. And like a good neighbor, Will L. Anderson is there. That's right, Will L. Anderson, your local State Farm agent. He's located at 38 West Lancaster Avenue in Downingtown. Need car insurance, homeowners insurance, life insurance? Go see Will. That's right, call him at 610-873-9957 or visit him online, www.willieanderson.net. Jonathan gets stuffed up the middle. Good job by the Red Raider defense. Pickup of 1.
Yeah, you can see that Coatesville's not really big up front like East is, but they're athletic and they're sure in their tackling.
I know they threw the interception, but do the Cougars go back to throwing the ball? It was a short pass where they had the trouble. Do they try and do play action again? Maybe get that going since they are a running team. And they do. Pass is completed. Huge hit. Knocking the helmet off was Avery Young. The catch was made by Connor Noble. Fantastic job holding on to the ball there. There is a flag. Carl, why is that a flag? I know there's safety, but hitting a defenseless receiver maybe?
I don't think so, Mikey, and I don't think he hit him high. Hit him in the shoulder pads, I thought.
That was a fantastic hit, Carl. This should not be a flag.
Well, I think they're talking about it, but I did not see a penalty or think that was a penalty. I just thought it was a good hit and a great job of holding onto the ball.
I know the helmet came off, and that doesn't look good, but that's just a great hit. Again, they talk it over. Looks like they have finished their conversation. And it is a personal foul. I completely disagree with that call, but I am not an official, Carl, but just as a fan of the sport of football, that flag offends me.
Yeah, I would have liked to see a replay on that, Mikey, because I only saw it once. And live, it did not appear that he got up by the helmet. I thought, the hit was so hard, and his helmet just came loose.
Now, the only thing I can say is the hit was going the opposite direction of where we are looking, so we could not see where his arm was, but I thought that was a good hit. Red Raider defense is going to have to just deal with the penalties. That ball is thrown behind the intended receiver. Not a strong throw. That was Shane O'Shea, the intended target.
Yeah, not a good throw, like you said, by Laletta there. No chance of completing that.
I feel like that's the first time we've said O'Shea's name this year doing a Downingtown East game. 2nd and 10.
It's good they're incorporating other guys in the passing game there, Mikey Oliver. Not usually one of their strengths.
Jonathan with the run. Makes the first man miss, but he's bottled up.
Now, there may be a fumble on that play because Avery Young pulled it loose, Mikey.
And Red Raiders are celebrating like they got the ball.
And they do. And Avery Young, Mikey, pulled it out of his hands. And I believe it was Jonathan.
Second turnover of the game for the Cougars.
And that's unusual for East to come out to fumble the football.
Yeah, East has only lost one fumble prior to that this season. They've thrown 7 interceptions. The Red Raider defense, that is the 13th fumble they have recovered. And they'd already added to their interception total of the year. They had 6 coming into tonight.
Excuse me, Mikey. There's a flag on the play also. And it's a personal foul.
And sportsmanlike conduct on Downingtown East, so you lose the ball and you get called for a penalty. What a turn of events.
Yeah, so I imagine they complained after the play. Maybe the running back didn't feel like, he lost the ball. I don't know.
Already 3 penalties, I believe, for Downingtown East, and they averaged 4. And speaking of penalties, we did not mention it earlier. Coatesville actually had a touchdown called back last week, a 90-yard touchdown due to taunting during the play. So they had a touchdown called back.
Wow.
Ortega told them they needed to be a little bit more disciplined tonight, but it's the Cougars having discipline issues. 1st and 10. Ball on the 40. Young with the carry. Good hit by Jack Hayward. Aaron Young got an extra yard while the tackle was occurring, but still, the way he's able to run, Carl, you're giving up only 3. That's big.
Yeah, and they've done it. I'm sure you agree with me, Mike. They've done a good job on Aaron Young tonight.
Yeah, Aaron comes in averaging 11.5 yards a carry, so they're doing a phenomenal job based on that.
He's averaging about 3.
Ortega drops back. Pass is complete, just short of the sticks to Dupree Bryant.
There's that short passing game that they're so good at.
Can get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. Maybe they make a man miss. If not, you've just made a 3rd and very manageable.
They like to do the hurry-up offense to keep them off balance.
3rd and 1. Young trying to make man miss in the backfield. Ball
There's
comes
a fumble.
out.
I think it's out of bounds, Mikey.
But a great job by the defense. Not used to seeing Young get bottled up like this.
Right. I think it's a testament to Downingtown East, Mikey. They are a confident bunch of guys who are not intimidated by this Coatesville Red Raiders team.
Loss of 2. Carl, this has been a great football game. It's only 7-7, but so much has gone on.
I agree, Mikey. I'm very impressed. East has certainly played toe-to-toe with them so far.
One of the fun things about getting to these broadcasts is you get to see games you would want to see anyway, but you get to talk about them. Fair catch called for by Choi. The Chesmont Game of the Week, Carl, brought to you by SWI, that's right, Service Wholesale Incorporated, is your place to go for building materials and products. They supply quality materials for the building, construction, remodeling, and lumber industries. Their motto is service with integrity. Visit them at 4810 Horseshoe Pike in Downingtown or call them at 610-518-5187. 1st and 10 for the Cougars. No room to run. This Coatesville defense has been very impressive, stopping any running back not named Stocker tonight.
And Stocker's only had a few carries here, and that's kind of their motto. I think they use Stocker more in the second half, don't you, Mikey?
I agree. Let the other guys kind of wear down the defensive line a little bit more, tire them out. Stocker's already tough to bring down, so if you're already a tired defense.
Stocker does play full-time on defense, and he's a key member of their defensive team.
2nd and 10. A little drops back, play action. The closest receiver was Umberger, but that was nowhere near him. Just wanted to get it away because of the pressure.
Correct. He knew he had no time left and just got rid of the football. So he's struggling a little bit on offense.
And this is the Chesmont Game of the Week on ChesmontFootball.com. You've missed any of tonight's game or any of the games this season, go on to YouTube, type in Chesmont Football. You got the games on there. Go to ChesmontFootball.com or 3CTVLive.com. The games are archived. A lot of pump fakes. Has all day to throw. Pass is dropped. It was intended for Stocker. It was a little underthrown, but still probably should have been caught, Carl.
Yeah, again, a little underthrown, and Stocker comes in the game, and every time he's in the game, you got to look for him. And they almost completed a big play there.
Carl, I think this is the first time this year that at this stage of the game, as we are at 6:56 to go in the second quarter, as we wait for the punt, I'll finish my point. Fair catch called for. I think this is the first time we have seen it where we don't have a definitive name for the D'Ambrosio Auto Group player of the game. I mean, Bryant did have the big play, but there's nobody that has really dominated this game. It's been the collective efforts of the defenses.
Yes, the player of the game, Mikey, is yet to emerge.
1st and 10 for the Red Raiders. Ball on the 48. their own 48, I should specify.
Timeout. Ricky Ortega calls a timeout there, Mikey.
Coatesville's first timeout of the game. Guess they were, they had a couple guys get on the field a little bit late there. Wanted to make sure everything was right. The game of the week, Chesmont Game of the Week, brought to you by Coatesville Savings Bank. That's right. The trustees and employees of Coatesville Savings Bank are committed to providing outstanding customer service, competitive products and services, and unbeatable involvement and support for the communities we serve. We've been doing it since 1919. It's how we define community banking. It's how you can define Coatesville Savings Bank. Visit them at www.coatesvillesavings.com or check them out at their locations in Coatesville, New Holland, Oxford, Georgetown, or Quarryville. So now Coatesville would look to have their first play of the drive, Carl.
Yes. 6:51 to go in the second quarter here. Scoreless second quarter so far. Let's see if Coatesville can get on the board.
Looking to get their first lead of the game. Taking drops back. Pass is caught by Aaron Young. He's not been making as many big plays in the backfield tonight, but he's able to make one there. Huge catch, but there is a flag. Carl, did he step out of bounds and then illegally touch that ball?
Let's see. Of course, I did not see that, but
I thought he was really close to the sideline. I saw a Downingtown East player pointing that it was against Coatesville. Perhaps maybe it was some sort of interference, but he was really close to stepping out of bounds, and this will be a huge flag. I was wondering if he'd stepped out. I didn't see the flag originally.
yeah, usually they'll throw a hat or something.
It is on. Yep,
Yes.
illegal touching.
Yeah.
As soon as I saw the flag, I thought that's what it was because he was awfully close to the sideline, and it's a player that's not used to doing the down-the-field routes, so he probably didn't notice his proximity to the sideline. Huge penalty against Coatesville. And Carl, except for the hit, which we disagreed with it being a personal foul, thought the officials have been really on the ball tonight.
Yeah, and that was a big penalty against Coatesville there.
Because you have to be looking for the arm fighting for a pass interference, but you also have to look for where the feet are of the receiver. So great job by that official.
Trying to get the marker right here. It's going to the 33-yard line.
And this is the Chesmont Game of the Week on ChesmontFootball.com. Next week, we will see these Red Raiders again as they take on the Bishop Shanahan Eagles. We saw them against Henderson a couple weeks ago. Very strong offensive team. Taking drops back. A lot of pressure. Great block, giving him extra time. He's still running, Carl. Should have been a big loss, and he's able to avoid the pressure for a little bit longer.
That was all on Ortega, his ability to run the football. You can't really blame East. Their pursuit was excellent there, and it's going to be hard for defensive tackles to take down the little quarterback there with his speed. Reminds me a little bit of Russell Wilson, the way he runs the ball, Mikey.
2nd and 21. So Ortega looks to the sideline to his dad, the head coach, trying to get the play call. As you can hear, the Downingtown East fans making some noise, Carl.
They're really into this game, Mikey. And with the score the way it is. Another penalty, by the way, on Coatesville, and the penalties are killing them.
Carl, they've had a lot of big games over the years here at Kottmeyer Stadium. Coach Matta always has his guys ready to play. Because they beat Downingtown West in the Battle of the Brandywine this year, Coach Matta is up for the Eagles Coach of the Year. Swarming defense there by the Cougars.
Another flag, but this is going to go against East, Mikey. I don't know if he got his face mask, but there's going to be a personal foul.
Not been the most disciplined game, but hey, the stakes are high, so everybody wants to make sure that they don't let a guy get behind them or get by them. But you got to play more legal football, I should say.
It is the face mask.
And Downingtown is already at their average for penalties for a game. And we still have 6:26 to go in the first half. Again, next week we will be live at Coatesville as the Red Raiders take on Shanahan. Looking to advertise that game, give us a call at 610-269-5000. The final regular season game for the Chesmont Game of the Week on ChesmontFootball.com. Taker drops back. Going to try and run for it. Just so fast, Carl.
Very fast and elusive. Gets the first down.
First and 10.
Look at that escapability.
Taking it up the sideline inside the 20. What a run by Ricky Ortega.
Great play by Ortega there. As it looked like he was going to get stopped for virtually no gain. Somehow breaks out of it. Gets him all the way down to the 4-yard line for a first and goal. And again, you know, he could be the deciding factor, Mikey, with his running ability.
As he takes it again, makes one man miss. He dives forward.
I think they're going to rule him down at the 1.
There's a little delay there on the call. They are going to mark him just short, but what a job making the first man miss.
Yeah, did you see? I mean, it's almost like he knew. He's instinctually excellent quarterback, Mikey. He knows what to do. Is that a flag on the field, Mikey?
Looks like it. And they're backing up the Red Raiders. So many flags.
Wow.
For as talented as these teams are, they're playing some sloppy plays here at some points. We're seeing some big runs, some great defensive plays, but stepping out of bounds when running a route, getting called for taunting when you turn the ball over or in sportsmanlike conduct. Young with the carry.
Touchdown.
And he's going to go in. Carl, that was way too easy for Aaron Young, giving the Red Raiders the lead. There was some defensive players making contact, but they had no chance of tackling. It was a man determined to get to the end zone.
It was kind of like a draw on that play. They were not ready for it.
So Aaron Young gives the Red Raiders their first lead of the game. So we await the extra point. Kick is up, and it is good. Coatesville leads 14-7 with 5:28 to go here in the second quarter. We'll be right back after this word from the Flying Machine Cafe.
Tell us a little bit about your restaurant.
Well, we have a restaurant on the field here called Flying Machine Cafe, and we've been here since 1997. It's a full-service restaurant, breakfast, lunch, dinner. You have an excellent view of the airfield and aircraft.
And I know that you guys got some of the best French onion soup that could be made in the world. So don't forget, come down and have lunch. See Mike, the owner. He might even give you a discount.
Never can tell.
We are back at Comp Meyer Stadium as Coatesville has just taken the 14-7 lead after the 11-yard touchdown run by Aaron Young. Carl, a lot of penalties on that drive, but the Red Raiders did what they needed to do.
Yeah, Ricky Ortega led them down the field, Mikey, with his excellent running ability. Had some penalties along the way, but was able to get it in, and that's
as Downingtown East with the big play. Good return for the Cougars. Downingtown East looking to tie the game up. Their defense has been very strong tonight, but the offense looking to get going. Jonathan Saint with the carry.
nice run by Jonathan Saint there. If first, besides that 25-yard run, that's his first time he's gotten through. Have good field position here and lots of time. See if they can get this touchdown back and get it tied at the half.
And the second quarter brought to you by Lincoln Diner. Get great food 24/7. And hey, this week, mention seeing this ad on the Chesmont Game of the Week. Get 10% off your bill. Well, it drops back. Pass is complete to Umberger.
Nice play there. They brought Umberger out in the slot, and he slanted and got a first down for Downingtown East at the 38.
Whatever they can do to, as we do always say, get more than the 4 yards per play. We always say 4 yards per carry, but just in general, if you get 4 yards of play, you're going to get the first down. But every big play you can get just shows Coatesville, okay, you know what, they're in this game too. We have big playmakers, so do they. Stocker in the backfield. But the run up the middle, he's just so hard to stop, Carl. It's almost as though they give him the same run every time, and the defense says, all right, well, he's just going to run it up the middle. There wasn't much room there, but he's able to make one cut, and then he's just hard to take down.
Yeah, sometimes I don't know how he gets through there because it looks like there's 3 or 4 guys, and he just breaks through and gets you yardage. Sets up a very manageable 2nd and 2.
Cougars trail 14-7. Avito with the carry. He gets a little push by his offensive lineman. That was Regats pushing him forward for an extra yard or two there, which is legal. Fighting Irish fans such as myself remembers the Reggie Bush push where USC running back got pushed forward by his offensive line, which was actually an illegal play, was not called. Then the rule was changed a couple of years later saying the offensive line can help push forward, any player can help push forward the ball carrier. 1st and 10 for the Cougars. Avito with the carry again. One of his best runs of the night.
Downingtown starting to get a little bit more push up front, Mikey, which is a good sign for them, especially as we go into the second half, and especially as they'll probably use Brasier a little bit more. They really holding him back on offense.
Coach Mattis said this is one of the better, maybe the best Coatesville team he's seen. Coming into this year, people were not expecting this to be one of the better Downingtown East teams, but just seeing how they've played all season, this is probably one of the 2 or 3 best teams the Cougars have had. 2nd and 6. Jonathan with the carry. Great cutback, and he's going to go in for the touchdown, Carl. What a job by Garvey Jonathan. One cut was all he needed, but it was a beauty.
It was, Mikey. Beautiful cut. That's exactly what he needed to get the touchdown. And Jonathan has his 2nd touchdown of the game.
we said we thought maybe this was going to be, from the predictions, Coatesville's night, but we said Downingtown East definitely had a fighter's chance. They were going to need to stay in it in the first half because we know they're great with their adjustments at halftime. But hey, they're not just keeping up. It's 14-14, Carl. They're doing everything they need to do. We'll see if Coatesville can take the lead back after this word from the D'Ambrosio Auto Group.
Don't just go to any dealership. Go to the Big Lot. Jeff D'Ambrosio Auto Group, Destination Downingtown. For the biggest savings, best selection, and the best deals. Save up to $12,000 off Ram trucks and up to $8,000 off Jeep Cherokees. Go to the Big Lot with thousands of Jeeps and Ram trucks and over 150 Jeep Wranglers in stock. For the name you can trust for over 35 years, go to the Big Lot. Jeff D'Ambrosio Auto Group, Destination Downingtown.
We're back at Kottmeyer Stadium as the Cougars have just tied it back up against the Red Raiders. 14-14 is your score. We were expecting a great game, Carl, and that's what we are getting.
Yeah, I couldn't ask for anything better, Mikey, because now that we've watched almost the first half of football, we know Downingtown East can stay with the Coatesville Red Raiders, and that's going to give us a great second half. And because I still say Downingtown East is going to be very tough to beat in the second half. Look for another short kick here, Mikey. And so there's still 2 minutes, and you know that's plenty of time for Coatesville to get the lead back.
Here, where you said Downingtown West booting it out of the end zone every time. This time a longer kick. Let's see if that backfires. And it was a nice return by Bryant, but it's not as good a field position as they were getting on the short kicks.
Correct. I mean, it's 40. I mean, they were getting it at the 45. Still, you know. The only thing is you're gambling. Your special teams have to come up with a tackle, and they did. Let's see if East can hold them here and have a tie score at halftime.
And coming up at halftime, we're going to have halftime adjustments by Dr. Mario A. Spotto, your local chiropractor. Pressure up the middle. Ortega made one-man miss, but it wasn't able to make everybody. Stocker ultimately makes the hit. But in pressure was Carter Regritz.
78, Mikey. Carter Regritz and Stocker come up with the play, and that's why Stocker has been a big thing on the defensive end here, Mikey, in this game. And their defensive line has done an excellent job.
2nd and 12, minute 40 to go in the first half. Pass is complete to Aaron Young. He was able to take the first hit, but didn't get any additional yards.
Good job of tackling there. He's tough to bring down.
Third and 7. Coachville will be smart here just to kind of take a little bit of time off this play clock, off this game clock. If they don't get it, Coachville will probably have to punt. Ortega takes it himself, and I think that was a play designed really to try and eat up some clock. Downingtown, he should call a timeout, and they do. As you can see, Munnelly taking it. Red Raiders will have to punt. Downingtown East is not going to have a ton of time to score, but again, it is high school football, so the clock stops for first downs.
They didn't stop the clock, like or did they?
I'm not really.
The clock ran.
Very confused by the signals there by the officials.
Now there's 18 seconds, 4th and 7 here, so I got have to punt the football. Certainly don't want to give Downingtown East a chance in their territory. Not too sure why Downingtown didn't call a timeout like you said they should.
Well, I mean, the players were signaling for it, and then next thing you know, the clock's still running.
I kind of looked up and saw the clock moving and was just wondering why.
Maybe they decided they didn't want to risk if there was a fake or something occurring. They didn't want to give Coatesville any time if they faked it and got it. Now there's just 18 seconds left, I guess maybe is the thought process. Go in tied at the half, or if you get a big return here, try and score. Good high punt. Fair catch called for by Troy. That was a fantastic punt, Carl.
Very good punt.
Barnabas Westchester is a group that exists to help people who are involved in some sort of career transition. Whether you're unemployed, underemployed, returning to the workplace after a long absence, or maybe just thinking about switching careers, we're here to help you. Barnabas Westchester meets in the community room of Providence Church, located at 430 Hannam Avenue in Westchester, every Monday from 6:30 to 7:30. Everyone is welcome to attend. For more information, go to barnabaswc.org or email us at info@barnabas.org.
That's going to be it.
That's going to do it for the first half at Comp Myers Stadium. 14-14 is your score. We'll be back after word from some of our sponsors. We'll have those halftime adjustments brought to you by Dr. Mario A. Spotto, your local chiropractor.
Don't just go to any dealership. Go to the Big Lot. Jeff D'Ambrosio Auto Group, Destination Downingtown. For the biggest savings, best selection, and the best deals. Save up to $12,000 off Ram trucks and up to $8,000 off Jeep Cherokees. Go to the Big Lot with thousands of Jeeps and Ram trucks and over 150 Jeep Wranglers in stock. For the name you can trust for over 35 years, go to the Big Lot. Jeff D'Ambrosio Auto Group, Destination Downingtown.
Whether looking for the best burgers in Chester County, a place to host your private event, or a relaxing place to enjoy daily food and drink specials, Beaver Creek Tavern has you covered. Serving classic American fare with gluten-free and vegetarian options available. To get the party started, go to 1350 Bondsville Road in Downingtown or call 484-593-0481. We'll see you there.
Hi, this is Andy at Chester County Transmissions. We're a full-service automotive shop here in Coatesville, Pennsylvania that also specializes in transmission and driveline repair. Just so you know, for all your automotive needs, we're here to take care of you. State inspections, whatever you need. Our number here is 610-384-2879.
Good morning, Chester County Transmissions. Rich speaking. How can I help you?
Please stop in, give us a call. God bless.
Tell us a little bit about your restaurant.
Well, we have a restaurant on the field here called Flying Machine Cafe, and we've been here since 1997. It's a full-service restaurant, breakfast, lunch, dinner. You have an excellent view of the airfield and aircraft.
And I know that you guys got some of the best French onion soup that could be made in the world. So don't forget, come down and have lunch. See Mike, the owner. He might even give you a discount.
Never can tell.
Don't just go to any dealership, go to the Big Lot. Jeff D'Ambrosio Auto Group, Destination Downingtown. For the biggest savings, best selection, and the best deals. Save up to $12,000 off Ram trucks and up to $8,000 off Jeep Cherokees. Go to the Big Lot with thousands of Jeeps and Ram trucks and over 150 Jeep Wranglers in stock. For the name you can trust for over 35 years, go to the Big Lot. Jeff D'Ambrosio Auto Group, Destination Downingtown.
Whether looking for the best burgers in Chester County, a place to host your private event, or a relaxing place to enjoy daily food and drink specials, Beaver Creek Tavern has you covered. Serving classic American fare with gluten-free and vegetarian options available. To get the party started, go to 1350 Bondsville Road in Downingtown or call 484-593-0481. We'll see you there.
Hi, this is Andy at Chester County Transmissions. We're a full-service automotive shop here in Coatesville, Pennsylvania that also specializes in transmission and driveline repair. Just so you know, for all your automotive needs, we're here to take care of you. State inspections, whatever you need. Our number here is 610-384-2879.
Good morning, Chester County Transmissions. Rich speaking. How can I help you?
Please stop in, give us a call. God bless.
Tell us a little bit about your restaurant.
Well, we have a restaurant on the field here called Flying Machine Cafe, and we've been here since 1997. It's a full-service restaurant, breakfast, lunch, dinner. You have an excellent view of the airfield and aircraft.
And I know that you guys got some of the best French onion soup that could be made in the world. So don't forget, come down and have lunch. See Mike, the owner. He might even give you a discount.
Never can tell.
Don't just go to any dealership, go to the Big Lot. Jeff D'Ambrosio Auto Group, Destination Downingtown. For the biggest savings, best selection, and the best deals. Save up to $12,000 off Ram trucks and up to $8,000 off Jeep Cherokees. Go to the Big Lot with thousands of Jeeps and Ram trucks and over 150 Jeep Wranglers in stock. For the name you can trust for over 35 years, go to the Big Lot. Jeff D'Ambrosio Auto Group, Destination Downingtown.
Whether looking for the best burgers in Chester County, a place to host your private event, or a relaxing place to enjoy daily food and drink specials, Beaver Creek Tavern has you covered. Serving classic American fare with gluten-free and vegetarian options available. To get the party started, go to 1350 Bondsville Road in Downingtown or call 484-593-0481. We'll see you there.
Hi, this is Andy at Chester County Transmissions. We're a full-service automotive shop here in Coatesville, Pennsylvania that also specializes in transmission and driveline repair. Just so you know, for all your automotive needs, we're here to take care of you. State inspections, whatever you need. Our number here is 610-384-2879.
Good morning, Chester County Transmissions. Rich speaking. How can I help you?
Please stop in, give us a call. God bless.
Tell us a little bit about your restaurant.
Well, we have a restaurant on the field here called Flying Machine Cafe, and we've been here since 1997. It's a full-service restaurant, breakfast, lunch, dinner. You have an excellent view of the airfield and aircraft.
And I know that you guys got some of the best French onion soup that could be made in the world. So don't forget, come down and have lunch. See Mike, the owner. He might even give you a discount.
Never can tell.
Don't just go to any dealership, go to the Big Lot. Jeff D'Ambrosio Auto Group, destination Downingtown, for the biggest savings, best selection, and the best deals. Save up to $12,000 off Ram trucks and up to $8,000 off Jeep Cherokees. Go to the Big Lot with thousands of Jeeps and Ram trucks and over 150 Jeep Wranglers in stock. For the name you can trust for over 35 years, go to the Big Lot. Jeff D'Ambrosio Auto Group, destination Downingtown.
Whether looking for the best burgers in Chester County, a place to host your private event, or a relaxing place to enjoy daily food and drink specials, Beaver Creek Tavern has you covered. Serving classic American fare with gluten-free and vegetarian options available. To get the party started, go to 1350 Bondsville Road in Downingtown or call 484-593-0481. We'll see you there.
Hi, this is Andy at Chester County Transmissions. We're a full-service automotive shop here in Coatesville, Pennsylvania that also specializes in transmission and driveline repair. Just so you know, for all your automotive needs, we're here to take care of you. State inspections, whatever you need. Our number here is 610-384-2879.
Good morning, Chester County Transmissions. Rich speaking. How can I help you?
Please stop in, give us a call. God bless.
Tell us a little bit about your restaurant.
Well, we have a restaurant on the field here called Flying Machine Cafe, and we've been here since 1997. It's a full-service restaurant, breakfast, lunch, dinner. You have an excellent view of the airfield and aircraft.
And I know that you guys got some of the best French onion soup that could be made in the world. So don't forget, come down and have lunch. See Mike, the owner. He might even give you a discount.
Never can tell.
Don't just go to any dealership, go to the Big Lot. Jeff D'Ambrosio Auto Group, destination Downingtown, for the biggest savings, best selection, and the best deals. Save up to $12,000 off Ram trucks and up to $8,000 off Jeep Cherokees. Go to the Big Lot with thousands of Jeeps and Ram trucks and over 150 Jeep Wranglers in stock. For the name you can trust for over 35 years, go to the Big Lot. Jeff D'Ambrosio Auto Group, destination Downingtown.
Whether looking for the best burgers in Chester County, a place to host your private event, or a relaxing place to enjoy daily food and drink specials, Beaver Creek Tavern has you covered.
Just real
Serving
quick,
classic
everybody-
American fare with gluten-free and vegetarian options available. To get the party started, go to 1350 Bondsville Road in Downingtown or call 484-593-0481. We'll see you there.
Hi, this is Andy at Chester County Transmissions. We're a full-service automotive shop here in Coatesville, Pennsylvania that also specializes in transmission and driveline repair. Just so you know, for all your automotive needs, we're here to take care of you. State inspections, whatever you need. Our number here is 610-384-2879.
Good morning, Chester County Transmissions. Rich speaking. How can I help you?
Please stop in, give us a call. God bless.
Tell us a little bit about your restaurant.
Well, we have a restaurant on the field here called Flying Machine Cafe, and we've been here since 1997. It's a full-service restaurant, breakfast, lunch, dinner. You have an excellent view of the airfield and aircraft.
And I know that you guys got some of the best French onion soup that could be made in the world. So don't forget, come down and have lunch. See Mike, the owner. He might even give you a discount.
Never can tell.
Welcome back. We are live at Kottmeyer Stadium as the undefeated Downingtown East Cougars are currently tied 14-14 with the one-loss Coatesville Red Raiders. Right now, I am joined by Pete Foster. Going to talk about the Mario A. Spotto halftime adjustments. That's right, Dr. Mario A. Spotto has been recognized nationally for his work as a chiropractor. He's located at 305 East Lancaster Avenue in Downingtown. You can reach him at 610-269-7662. Office hours are by appointment. You can also go online to www.downingtownchiro.com. Maybe you tweaked your back getting ready to do some work before the winter weather comes. Maybe you just, playing some football with some friends. You need an adjustment, go see Dr. Mario Espado. And for halftime adjustments, Pete, tell us your halftime adjustment for the Coatesville Red Raiders.
Well, it's good to be here with you, Mikey. From the first half, I seen that the Coatesville, the line needs to block a little bit better. Every time that Ortega had a step back to maybe run an option or run a pass play, he was rushed on both sides of the end. So I think that the Coatesville offensive line needs to get a better push at the step of the play, and also that the running game needs to open up the passing game. Ortega did a good job when they scored the 14th point to get them down the field, but I don't really see the young brothers running the ball as well as they do each and every game out. The defense is keeping the game in reach at the tie score of 14-14 with 2 turnovers in the red zone, but other than that, I see Downingtown really getting a push of their running game with their 3-headed monster running backs. And I think that they need to keep the option run with Ortega. I think that will open up the run game because Coatesville really has a speed over possession, but Downingtown is coming out with a possession over speed game. So it's really a good clash of a good Coatesville and Downingtown game, but I think that Coatesville needs to have those adjustments for the second half.
And my Dr. Mario A. Spotto halftime adjustments for Downingtown East. We always say Coach Matt is probably the best in Chesmont with the halftime adjustments, although we did say against Unionville, all they did was tell their players to play how they've been coached to play. My halftime adjustment, very simple. Stop committing penalties. They only averaged 4 penalties a game. They had that in the first half.
Yeah,
they were causing too many problems for themselves. They had a fumble. They got called for a penalty on that for unsportsmanlike conduct. You're playing against a very talented Coatesville team. You can't beat yourself. And another simple adjustment, they just got to start making the plays to get the offense going. It's 14-14. They're where they need to be. But it's not, I don't know, it's just not looking like the Downingtown East we've seen all year. However, we know they are definitely a second-half team.
Yes.
So I'm thinking that we're going to see a very entertaining second half. It's probably been one of the better first halves we've seen all season.
Yes, very, very tight first half. As you said, I think both teams are shooting themselves in the foot with the turnovers and the flags on the field. A lot of laundry on the field that we're used to seeing with both teams. Both teams have big plays, but to adjust, I think that we need to see longer and better drives through both teams on the offensive side.
Definitely surprising looking at the average points per game scored, that see it being 14-14, but then looking at what we've seen from each defense this season, not surprising to see the total points for each. So we're going to have to see which players want it more, who's more disciplined. Again, the two of the better coaches, not just in Chesmont, but in all of Pennsylvania. Two of the top-ranked teams. Both of these teams are going to make the playoffs this year, but they want that division crown. So, again, Pete Foster going to be joining us later in the fourth quarter once Carl Rumman goes down to do the post-game interview with the victorious coach, and we're going to announce the D'Ambrosio Autograph Player of the Game. So, Pete, thanks for coming in at halftime, and we'll hear more from you later. And we're getting ready to start the second half. It's going to be Downingtown East getting the ball. They're going to look to add to get the lead back as they get ready to accept this kickoff. And Carl, as you get sat back in after we have this kickoff, we're going to have you do the first half scoring recap, as we had 28 points total, 14 apiece. Okay, what more can you expect from the game of the week on ChesmontFootball.com? It's going to be returned by Choi. Oh, and he's making a couple guys miss. Carl, just the juking ability by some of these players tonight. If you're a fan of football, again, don't just watch this game because you're a Downingtown East fan. Don't just watch it because you're a Red Raider fan. If you're just a fan of football, and we always say follow us on Twitter at ChesmontFB. Saw tonight that a tweet that was sent out about this game was liked by Westchester Ruston Athletics because they know this is a great football game. If you missed any of it or just want to rewatch it, go onto YouTube. Go on to ChesmontFootball.com or 3CTVLive.com. This game's going to be archived on there. 1st and 10. As Avito runs into his own lineman.
Mikey, I want to do a shout-out to Choi, not just for that great return, but just an outstanding job throughout the game. He does a great job, first of all, securing the ball, and then he seems to know what to do with it when he gets the ball. And I think that's a big asset for the special teams.
And that is one of the main things, is securing the ball. I remember finish that special teams point after we have the 2nd and 13. Play action. Pass is complete. Big gain. Fighting for every extra yard he can get is Connor Noble. What a game this sophomore tight end is having, Carl.
Yeah, 3 big catches for him, and I'm not too sure how he gets so wide open. Obviously, he doesn't look like a big speedster.
As his teammates are fired up, including Jack Riley.
As he got it in front, he got it behind Coatesville's defense, so they're obviously not expecting that.
Stephen Long telling the Cougar fans to make some noise.
Tell you what, Coach Matt is a hell of a coach, Mikey.
And now you have Stocker in the backfield. This is a time where he can wear down the defense because they've been on the field for 2 big plays in a row. But nice job there by the Red Raider defense, including Nick Thompson and Jimmy Limper, whose mom I used to work with. He's a dual sport athlete, Carl. He plays baseball as well, just like his brother did. So nice job there by the Red Raider defense to finish my special teams point for when you're talking about Choi. A receiver I always enjoyed, played football at Villanova, Brian Finneran, played for the Atlanta Falcons. I remember a couple different games where it was really windy out. Brian Finneran is probably slower than I am, and I am not a fast person. But they would put him in to catch punts and just do a fair catch because ball security is so important. Nice job there by Laletta avoiding pressure. He's still running. He finally tackled out of bounds right around the 25-yard line, 24-yard line. Carl, he should have been tackled in the backfield. We were talking about Ortega with his footwork.
Yeah, excellent job by Laletta and good block by his offensive lineman there to help him get away from the rush.
3rd and 2. It should have been a loss of at least 4 or 5.
Yep. Big play there and puts him in a manageable 3rd down.
And again, we're saying if you're a football fan or love this game, just every aspect of it. The special teams, there's being just the little things being done right. Offensively, just making a juke at the right time. The defense holding up a player just so that way the other players can get in there to make the tackle. As you see, Limper just holding on to Stocker, slowing him down. And then you saw other Red Raiders coming in to help.
Yeah, great job by Stocker there, and shows you his strength and hard to bring down. He has a good lower gravity. His body is really strong.
Yeah, Carl, a couple weeks ago, we had one schedule set, and then we realized what this game was going to be, and we said, we have to do this game. We have to bring this game to our fans. And this game has lived up to the hype. Play action. Lola drops back. Pass is incomplete. Not catchable. Was intended for Spencer Umberger. Believe that was Charles Brown in coverage.
Yeah, good job by Charles Brown there as he had him blanketed there.
He's a player you don't say his name a ton during the game, but if you're watching closely, you see he's making important plays. Maybe he's covering a guy that would have previously been open, or he's making a running back cut back the other way. Brown's a very good player. Shotgun. Stocker with the carry. Avoids one hit, takes 2 more hits, and dives forward.
Talking about Charles Brown, he just saved a touchdown there, Mikey, as Stocker wanted to go into the end zone, but Brown would not let him.
Curious to see at the next level, will Stocker get more carries? I mean, it works to have the 3-headed monster, especially since they're all successful, but as you say, John Saint, he has 2 touchdowns already.
Close to a first down there, Mikey.
And, Carl, you were telling me a stat at halftime for his yards in the first half.
Right, he had 7 carries for 57 yards and 2 touchdowns. A heck of a first half for Jonathan.
We realized we did not do the first half recap, but this drive has just been going so quick for the Cougars. So when this drive ends, it is a 4th and 1 right now. When this drive ends, we will do the first half scoring recap. I formation, Jonathan in the backfield, I formation. Beautiful. And he gets the touchdown. As you say, Carl, beautiful, as 3 Red Raiders go into the backfield on the one side. Jonathan just goes the other way. He gets his 3rd touchdown of the game. And right now, Carl, he's your leader for the D'Ambrosio Auto Group player of the game. What a night he is having. Fantastic run.
Great job. Great execution on that play. And I tell you what, all 3 touchdown runs by Jonathan, the execution has been flawless.
You couldn't even control yourself just as a football fan. You just wow. Like, that was just a great play. The extra point is up. It is good. 21-14. Downingtown East leads. We'll be back after this word from Beaver Creek Tavern. Whether looking for the best burgers in Chester County, a place to host your private event, or a relaxing place to enjoy daily food and drink specials, Beaver Creek Tavern has you covered. Serving classic American fare with gluten-free and vegetarian options available. To get the party started, go to 1350 Bondsville Road in Downingtown or call 484-593-0481. We'll see you there. We are back at Kottmeyer Stadium as the Cougars have just taken the opening drive of the second half, marched down the field, and get themselves their lead back, Carl.
Yes, the East was able to come out and run the football. Made a big play there by their tight end and the running attack, and then Jonathan again, who's been the big offensive star tonight with his 3rd touchdown run.
And Carl, I think the Red Raiders knew that they were going to be having a fight tonight, but I think they might have to be a little bit surprised that they're trailing right now. But when you look at it, the number of points they put up against North Penn. This is a high-powered offense. This time, it's just an outright onside kick, it looks like, but it's recovered by Coatesville as they're running it back, and just like that, Coatesville has gotten an extra point away from tying the game. That was almost recovered by a Cougar, Carl.
Yeah, you live and die by that kind of play, Mikey. The squib kick, you know, even on any play, it's a dangerous play for both teams, but it can result in an offensive touchdown. Now, is there something going on the play? So let's see what happens.
Are they going to say, we're going to have to see what the call is here, as the Cougars are all thinking that this is not a touchdown. The refs weren't talking about it.
Well, I guess it's obviously not a touchdown if they're where they are on the field. But I'm not too sure why, unless you couldn't pick it up and run with it. Was he down when he recovered the ball?
They're going to keep talking about it. They're going over to Coach Ortega.
Ortega said, yes, it's a touchdown. That's
two
not
refs
good.
throwing flags based on, I think it's for a coordinator walking out on the field.
No, he has said expletive deletive there, Mikey. It's where you could actually see his mouth, and that's why he got called there. It wasn't because he was on the field.
Well, I think that also is frowned upon as well.
Obviously, that means that the refs were not going to call it a touchdown.
Yeah, not a touchdown.
I'm not too sure what the call is, Mikey.
But turns out he probably should have recovered that.
Could have been a big play for them. Almost turned into a disaster for them also.
As it's still being discussed.
I'm still not even sure what the flag is for. We're just going to have to wait.
Some other scores for you. Henderson trailing Avongrove 28-7. Avongrove having probably one of their best seasons in years. I know Francis has been their main reason, but overall pretty solid team this year.
Right, we saw them against Unionville, and they hung in there pretty good. Even though Unionville was able to stop Francis, one of the few teams that have been able to this year. Okay, he picks up the flag. Let's see what the call is, Mikey.
Could hear some boos, Carl.
Now he's going over to talk to Mike Matta.
And Carl, just to talk about you said both teams are already in the playoffs. Right now, Coatesville is tied for 7th place in the District 1 Class 6A playoffs. Downingtown is the number 2 spot. So again, both teams will make it, but unsportsmanlike conduct on Coatesville. So definitely not a touchdown, which I think we already realized.
Right, unfortunately, I do not know what happened on that play, Mikey.
So 21-14 is still the score.
There was a flag before the personal foul, wasn't there?
Or maybe I don't believe so. I think both refs.
They just were stopping him maybe because they said he was down.
Ortega takes it himself. Yeah, not quite sure what we saw, but what we are seeing is a very entertaining, hard-fought football game. You're watching now, you know your friends are watching. Tell them, go on to chesmontfootball.com. Watch a great second half. And like us, like 3CTV Live on Facebook. Follow 3CTV Live on Instagram. Trick play to reverse. Looks like a reverse pass. Oh, the way the ball is carried, you saw that fumble coming, Carl.
Sure did.
Dupree Bryant just holding that out in front of him. I don't know why he thought that was a good idea to carry the ball like that, but.
That was sloppy, Mikey, and the play did not work. As Downingtown East has really hung in there and been really tough on those type of plays.
3rd down and short. Young.
One of his better runs of the night.
Ball comes out. I believe he got it back.
I think the ground may have knocked that out, but it doesn't matter. He did recover it. Nice run for Young there. One of his better ones of the night.
So the Red Raiders get the first down with ease. Only needed one. Big gain there by Young. Shotgun formation. Yeah, if Coatesville goes down the field and gets a touchdown, they still might be mad that it was called back, but they'll just be happy they've tied this game. It's Cruz in the backfield. Ortega, just the pressure coming up the middle. Been a great job by the Cougar defense tonight, pressuring Ricky Ortega.
Joey Janik on that tackle, Mikey, number 55. Well, we found out one thing tonight, Mikey. We knew Coatesville was for real. We kind of knew East was real for real, too. But they're really for real because they're able to hang with a great team in Coatesville.
A lot of players running on and off the field. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a Red Raider timeout because there's so much switching going on. It seems very disorganized, something we're not used to seeing for the Red Raiders. Man in motion. Ortega drops back.
Stocker.
Pressure again as he just throws it up. And it is, was that caught, Carl?
I believe it was. But, of course, well short of the line of gain.
But still, any yards helping. Just very athletic play there.
Yeah, again, we talked about Russell Wilson. That's a play Russell Wilson does all the time. He's, getting ready to get sacked, and he does a little flip thing.
And Bryant doing the great job making the reception, keeping feet inbounds. 3rd and 10. Can the Cougar defense get another stop? So you hear the Cougar fans making some noise. Ortega rolls out. And Bryant stays up.
He did stay up. And it's going to be a first down, big play. Good job by Ortega rolling out.
First down for the Red Raiders. Ortega drops back. There he has a lot of time. That pass is complete to Bryant. He actually runs backwards from where he caught the ball and lost a couple yards. He was trying to make a bigger play, but either way, it's another catch for Dupree Bryant. Really starting to see him a lot in this second half.
First down for Coatesville on the 16 after the 12-yard gain.
Shotgun formation again. Ortega.
Bryant's covered.
Does the stiff arm, just dives forward to get a yard or two. And the last 2 plays, Carl, the offensive line has done a great job. As you see, one Cougar lost his helmet, actually has a bloody nose. It's Weston Menzie. He's going to have to come off for a play. 2nd and 9. 5:12 to go in the third quarter. 21-14. Cougars lead. Ortega takes it himself. Just that little juke again, Carl. It's just fun to watch.
Yeah, he's just excellent at that. He just knows when to run the football.
And just a sophomore.
Did not get the first down, but 3rd and 1.
He's under center here. Expect to see a quarterback sneak, and that's what he does.
He may have gotten 1 yard.
I do believe he got it there. It's going to depend on the spot, but he did a little spin once he met the contact, and I think that gave him the yard he needed.
I think they're going to measure, but I believe he has it.
I agree. Again, I think they spotted it where he was, but I think that should be the first down.
Rucker should be like right on the ball. And I'm correct.
Not even really sure why a measurement was needed, but I just wanted to make sure they got it right. But again, that initial push, I think he may have just had it, but then he did a little spin, giving him an extra half a yard. And he almost had it by the length of the ball.
Yeah, I think when he initially went into the line, it looked like he was going to get it easily, and then he got the pushback at that point.
First and goal for the Red Raiders. A couple guys a little late getting on the field there. Cougar faithful making some noise. Ortega takes it himself. He doesn't get the touchdown there, Carl, but he did just such a patient job waiting to run it there as he takes it down to the goal line.
Yeah, he reads the line. You know, having all these great receivers does help him with penetration up the middle.
I do the quick quarterback sneak here again,
And
as he does.
And he's in.
And it is a Red Raider touchdown, an extra point away from tying this game up. I think our viewers hear me say it every week. I like the quarterback sneak when you need just a minimal amount of yards and you have an athletic and talented quarterback in Ortega. He's able to get you that yard.
Ricky's first touchdown of the evening.
So we stand at 21-20 pending the extra point. High snap. The kick is no good, Carl. Gives me another chance to say you got to be sound in the kicking game.
The stat may have thrown him off a little bit, Mikey. It was high. It was a good job by the snap,
Yeah, timing is key.
Yep.
And we hope we are back in time from hearing from our friends at Chester County Transmissions to bring in the kickoff.
Hi, this is Andy at Chester County Transmissions. We're a full-service automotive shop here in Coatesville, Pennsylvania that also specializes in transmission and driveline repair. Just so you know, for all your automotive needs, we're here to take care of you. State inspections, whatever you need. Our number here is 610-384-2879.
Good morning, Chester County Transmissions. Rich speaking. How can I help you?
Please stop in, give us a call. God bless.
We are back at Kottmeyer Stadium as Coatesville got a touchdown off a quarterback sneak by Ortega, but they're unable to convert on the extra point. It's Troy on the return. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Like a good neighbor, Will L. Anderson is there. That's right, Will L. Anderson, your local State Farm agent. Need car insurance, homeowners insurance, renters insurance, Will's got you covered. It's located at 38 West Lancaster Avenue in Downingtown. You can reach him at 610-873-9957 or visit him online at www.willieanderson.net. Like a good neighbor, Will L. Anderson is there. Avito with the carry.
Well, the drives now are big, Mikey, as East has to maintain this, trying to get the lead back, I should say, and they wanted to try to stay ahead here. Now, that missed extra point could turn out big at the end of the game.
Yeah, every play is just key. Play action. Pressure in the backfield. Valletta avoids it. He slides. He's hit after he slides. Are we going to see a flag? Or was the player diving as the slide occurred? I believe that's the case. Valletta gets the first down. The pressure on the backfield was from Tion Holmes.
Yeah, it was close, Mikey, to a penalty. I'll tell you, it was iffy.
I know they sometimes like to err on the side of safety, but I actually like that they erred on the side of giving the defensive player the benefit of the doubt there. Vado with the carry. And Carl, I do believe tonight might be our first broadcast where it's really feeling like fall. which is nice to see. Our
Yes.
second to last game of the regular season.
Excellent football weather tonight. You couldn't get much tighter game than this one, Mikey.
2nd and 9, I formation. Play action. This time, 3 guys pressuring Lauletta. He just has to throw it away. Might not have gotten the sack, but great job with the pressure leading to the throwaway. It's going to bring up 3rd and 9. And you see the Red Raider players trying to get their fans fired up. They want to get the ball back. As their offense did what they needed to do to try and tie it up, but the special teams unable to convert the extra point. Oddly, the Cougars fans are making some noise, but they're on offense. Pass is dropped as Umberger is just holding on to his helmet. He knows he should have had that one. Sorry, that's Jack Riley.
Jack wanted that badly because he knew how important it was, but he could not come down with the football.
We saw him getting fired up earlier when there was the big play by Noble.
Now the question is, can East stop Coatesville late in the game?
Good punt. As it stays in bounds, bounces. Got an extra 3 or 4 yards there. When I'm saying good punt, I'm meaning that it could not be returned. And that's the big thing, is you don't want to let the Red Raider speed kill you. The Chesmont Game of the Week is brought to you by SWI. That's right, Service Wholesale Incorporated is your place to go for building materials and products. They supply quality materials for the building, construction, remodeling, and lumber industries. Their motto is service with integrity. We'll finish about SWI after this play by Bryant. Takes the jet sweep and gets the first down for the Red Raiders. That's right, Carl. SWI, their motto is service with integrity. Visit them at 4810 Horseshoe Pike in Downingtown or call them at 610-518-5187. Ortega takes it himself. Breaks the first tackle. Brought down by Jack Hayward. Coatesville is used to having big play after big play after big play. Cougar defense is doing a good job of stopping them. Slowing down the speed, as you said, Carl, in the pregame. Getting in front of them, as Cumberland Valley did. Take a pump fakes. Throws it, almost intercepted by James Basili.
Yeah, it's been mostly Bryant and Ortega tonight, believe it or not, as Bryant is young. Aaron's had a quiet night, which is hard to believe.
3rd and 6. The Downingtown East fans stomping on the bleachers, making some noise. Ortega drops back. Pass is complete.
Nice tackle.
That is
Number 2, Mikey.
John Clifford with the reception. Ronnie Grisanti.
Ronnie Grisanti made a big play there. He came up one-on-one tackle and would not let him go. And that's what you're looking for when you want to win these football games. Sure tackling, one-on-one.
4th and 1. I do believe they're going to go for it, even though they are at the 44-yard line. 1 yard, trailing by 1. Shotgun formation.
Ortega usually likes to take it here, Mikey.
Quarterback draw. No, it's going to be
Young.
I do believe he got a yard, Carl.
Yes, he did. It's nice to have an option, quarterback or running back. I guess they're going to measure again. Not too sure why again, but.
Well, Carl, one of the Mario Espada halftime adjustments we had was not committing penalties for Downingtown East. They've done a job of that. And Ortega has had a little bit more time when he's needed to throw. So that was a halftime adjustment we had for Coatesville. Do you think the coaches were listening to our halftime adjustments when they were talking to their players?
I doubt it. They're all too busy.
And Carl, he has it by over the entire length of the ball. Not sure why they needed the measure, but hey, gives us an extra couple of seconds here in the third quarter, because that probably should be it for the third quarter. Don't know if they're going to call another play. They are trailing by 1, but they have the option to just let the clock run when they whistle it ready for play. Or do you do an extra play because?
Well, they certainly can here.
They do. That's Bryant.
It's a simple play.
Does a little high step, gets the first down. And that is going to do it for the third quarter. Downingtown East leads Coatesville 21-20, but Coatesville is threatening to take the lead back. The Chesmont Game of the Week brought to you by Coatesville Savings Bank. The trustees and employees of Coatesville Savings Bank are committed to providing outstanding customer service, competitive products and services, and unbeatable involvement and support for the communities we serve. We've been doing it since 1919. It's how we define community banking. That's how you can define Coatesville Savings Bank. Visit them online at www.coatesvillesavingsbank.com or go to one of their many fine locations, including Coatesville, New Holland, Oxford, Georgetown, and Quarryville. And hey, if you want to advertise during our final regular season game of the Chesmont Game of the Week, next week's Bishop Shanahan at Coatesville game, give us a call at 610-269-5000. And just a reminder, Carl, these games, you miss any of it, go on to YouTube, type in Chesmont Football, click on the specific game you want, or go to chesmontfootball.com or 3ctvlive.com. Just because these games are on chesmontfootball.com now, don't forget to check out 3CTV Live. A lot of great events going on there. And follow us on Facebook at Chesmont FB. If you follow us tonight, retweet us, or send us a tweet, you can win a Downingtown East hat. 1st and 10. Carl, was that a false start by Young?
It may have been.
It looked like Ortega kind of did a little flinch, and then Ortega moved, and then you saw a Cougar player move right after that. The quarterback can kind of do some different motions, but if it's another player doing that, they're going to throw the flag. 1st and 15 for the Red Raiders. Play action. Nice job, yep, by the defense. That's Grisanti. We've said his name more tonight than the other two games combined, Carl.
I told you he came up with a big play on this same series where he forced a 4th down, and then he just saved a touchdown there, Mikey. So it's 2 big plays on this drive.
Kind of a really slow play action there, Carl. I don't know if that was intentional or what, but one thing Downingtown East has done is they have slowed down the Red Raiders some, although it is just a 1-point game. Pressure by Mundley up the middle. Pass is incomplete. I do believe we might have offensive holding there, as we saw a player from the offensive line kind of lift his arms up at the last second. But usually when you do that, it means you've already committed the foul.
Could be looking at a 2nd and 25 here, Mikey. Again, the penalties have hurt Coatesville again tonight. We talked about that in our pregame matchup, and it's certainly hurting them, especially if they cannot come up with points on this drive. They've had 20 yards worth of penalties so far on this drive.
Sometimes just thinking about, oh, hey, I'm about to be going up against this really good pass rusher, this really good cornerback or something like that. You're focusing on that and just forgetting your basics. Young makes one-man miss. Tries to spin out of a tackle, but several Cougars are there.
Brashear trying to get the ball out of his hands, but it's pretty hard to do that.
And Trent McNally, one of the men bringing down Young. He's walking off the field a little gingerly.
Coatesville's very good at getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Doesn't take a lot, and then let them go. I would say for the most part, Downingtown East has done a pretty good job tonight with that.
3rd and 22. Pressure coming from Munley, throws it up. Pass is complete inside the 5 to Avery Young. What a big play. As he's a little slow to get up there, Carl.
Big play there, Mikey, is, and you're looking for the big plays here in the 4th quarter.
I think they're calling saying he should be coming out maybe. They're trying to tell him to go to the sideline. He doesn't want to. He is hurt, Carl.
I'm not sure if he doesn't want to or if he can't
He's
walk.
trying to walk it off.
Yeah.
Carl, this 4th quarter brought to you by Lincoln Diner. That's right. Carl, you go to the Lincoln Diner this week, mention seeing the ad during this broadcast. Get 10% off your bill. It's right located at 1202 West Lincoln Highway in Coatesville. Open 24/7. Visit them at LincolnDinerPA.com. Went there about a month or so ago, Carl. Got a delicious sandwich, so big I had to bring it home. Everybody that was there, we had somebody getting breakfast, somebody getting a salad, somebody getting one of the specials of the day. Everybody was highly satisfied with their meal. Great food. Go see them at the Lincoln Diner. And again, mention seeing the ad during this broadcast, 10% off your bill. 4th quarter brought to you by Lincoln Diner. First and goal. And that's going to be a touchdown run by Dupree Bryant. He's been doing it as a receiver. There he does it as a running back. Coatesville takes the lead. Carl, it's going to be interesting to see what the response is by the Downingtown East offense. Coatesville takes the timeout, I guess, discussing do they want to go for 2, and if so, what is the play call?
Yeah, I think they should go for 2 here, Mikey. Give them get back to that 7-point lead because 6 is no man's land anyway. Because a touchdown, extra point gives Downingtown the lead again.
Yeah, unless it comes down to the final play of the game, I don't know if we're really going to see any field goals tonight. For you trust the process fans of the Sixers, right now the Sixers leading the Boston Celtics 80-77. Jared Bayless with 16 points, Carl. Was a little surprised there. Just like people beginning of the season would be surprised. Again, Downingtown is expected to be good, not quite this good, and they are in a great fight right now with the Red Raiders. They currently trail 26-21. We have I believe a 2-point conversion pending.
Again, a big play here is Coatesville trying to get back to that 7-point lead.
Tega all day to throw. Finally pressured. He avoids the pressure. He's good going back and back further. Finally throws it up, and it is incomplete. Oh, and Dupree Bryant is beside himself. As diving for the ball was John Clifford. I don't think he knew Bryant was there. And he basically played defense on his own man. But you can't fault him there. He's trying to make the play.
Right. Dupree obviously thought he had it. Great play by Ortega. Actually, he had some people open on the initial play and didn't elect to throw it, and then did his scrambling act and almost got the 2-point conversion. But still, big play by East. As with all this time left, touchdown gives them the lead now without even an extra point, Mikey.
And now we're set up that if Downingtown East gets the touchdown and the extra point, Coatesville could win with a field goal. So that's why he said might as well go for 2 there, because getting the 1 point, unless you're expecting Downingtown East to miss the extra point, isn't going to do anything for you.
We're in the fourth quarter here, Mikey, and I do not quite have a player of the game yet. How about you?
Gonna depend on who gets the victory. It's either got to be Dupree Bryant for Coatesville possibly, or Garvey Jonathan for Downingtown East.
Yes, I agree.
Troy with the return.
What a game he's had tonight.
And really only have said his name in special teams, but he's made an impact.
He's definitely the special teams player of the game, Mikey.
And you have guys in the NFL that really are just there for special teams. Like think with the Eagles, Maragos.
Just lost Maragos, who everybody acknowledges as their #1 special team guy.
Though he played some time at wide receiver for my beloved Chicago Bears, Devin Hester just changed so many games in special teams. Play action. The pass to Umberger. Nice play design there, Carl. Well executed.
Absolutely. Well, very well executed. And that's the type of plays they'll need, Mikey. I don't think Coatesville had any answer for that play.
Carl, we had a couple games that have been really close this year. Of course, the opening game of the season where it was Oxford defeating Westchester Henderson came down to the final drive of the game, but we have no idea who you're going to be interviewing post-game either for the
That is correct.
Victorious Coach post-game interview.
And I don't have a clue either, Mikey.
Jonathan with the carry. Cuts it upfield. I think he maybe wanted to go outside and then saw a little bit of a hole.
Yeah, nice run by Jonathan. He's having a terrific game.
26-21, Coatesville leads at the Chesmont Game of the Week on ChesmontFootball.com. Pressure, Aletta avoids it, but he gets tripped up. That's why you just sometimes got to get a hand on a player. Aletta taken down in the backfield. That's Jimmy Limper just getting his hand on him.
Yeah, that's all it took. He
never stopped fighting on the play, Carl. Nice job there by Limper.
Yeah. I don't think that Ortega goes down on a play like that. He just athletically, you don't see somebody making that kind of a little tackle on him, but still, you know, give Limper to give him a star for that nice play.
As we have a timeout on the field. We'll be back after this word from the Flying Machine Cafe.
Tell us a little bit about your restaurant.
Well, we have a restaurant on the field here called Flying Machine Cafe, and we've been here since 1997. It's a full-service restaurant, breakfast, lunch, dinner. You have an excellent view of the airfield and aircraft.
And I know that you guys got some of the best French onion soup that could be made in the world. So don't forget, come down and have lunch. See Mike, the owner. He might even give you a discount.
Never can tell.
We are back live at Myers Stadium as the Coatesville Red Raiders lead the undefeated Downingtown East Cougars by a score of 26-21. Still anybody's ball game, Carl.
Anyways, game, we got a big 3rd and 10 here for East. Not sure if we're in 4-down territory yet. We'll see. Nice play.
Pass is complete to Avedo. Flag. Oh, and the Coatesville players are incensed. Votto makes the reception. I believe they might have a late hit there. The refs get together to talk about it. I do believe it's going to be on Coatesville. Face mask is actually the call.
Big play.
This fourth quarter again brought to you by the Lincoln Diner. Get great food 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And mention seeing this ad during the Chesmont game of the week. During the next week, get 10% off your bill. Located at 1202 West Lincoln Highway in Coatesville. Go to www.lincolndinerpa.com. First and 10, ball on the 27. Cougars trail by 5. I formation, Stocker in the game. Play action. Although trying to avoid the pressure. Finally just throws it out of bounds. Nice job by the Red Raider defense.
Good job by Laletta throwing the ball away also.
Yeah, sometimes the best play is to try not to make a play. Just throw it away. You just throw it down the field, you get an interception.
Right.
Try and run away, you get a big loss of yards. He did the right thing.
All the great quarterbacks were really good at doing that.
Second and 10, 8:44 to go in the fourth. Stocker with the carry, following his blocker. Good job there by Coatesville, though, bringing him down, because usually that's when we see him just somehow get through a pile of players and get a big gain.
Correct. They've done. I mean, he hasn't had a lot of carries tonight, but they have done a good job of game tackling tonight.
And you see the Coatesville players getting their sideline fired up again. Their fans really came out tonight. Crowded stands over there in the visitor section. Third and 9. Well, it drops back, pressure up the middle. He's brought down by several Red Raiders, including James Shockey. Fourth and long. Carl, it's 4th and 14. Pretty much have to.
It'd be, yeah.
I think they got to go for it.
Do have to go for it, but it's tough. Let's give Austin Hayes credit for that joint sack there.
He didn't catch the second number.
76.
4th and 14, ball on the 31. If they don't get it, there still is time, but you really don't want to give Coatesville the ball back with the lead.
Great time for a blitz there on that play.
Well, it drops back. Pass is complete. Oh, and it's a hook and ladder. But I believe they are stopped short, as I think they did the pitch a little too soon as Jonathan gets it.
Very creative play, Mikey, but Coatesville's defense comes up big and makes a big defensive stop.
Yeah, the receiver had to wait for Jonathan to get close enough to pitch it to him, and by the time he did that, the Red Raiders were right there.
So here's the game right here, Mikey. 7 minutes to go. You know Coatesville's going to make a run downfield. Can East make a big play and stop them from scoring? Because if they don't, they're in trouble, be trouble losing this football game.
Yeah, they may have 3 timeouts, but if they go down by 2 scores at some point, unless they get an onside kick, Coatesville would get the ball back again. Tega takes it. Nice job by Trent McNally, and then Stocker coming in to finish the tackle. And Carl, I saw again there him trying to strip the ball out. That's especially good when you have another player there with you, because you know the tackle is going to get finished, but you have the chance of the strip. 2nd and 5. 6:45 to go in the fourth quarter. Coatesville leads 26-21. Now it's the Cougar fans making some noise. Young with the carry. Carl, despite the fact that he had a big reception that was called back, haven't said Young's name as much as I thought we would.
Right, and that's a testament to Downingtown's East defense. They've done an excellent job with him tonight.
I mean, he has a touchdown tonight, Carl. Although the first couple of weeks of the season, he didn't really score too many touchdowns, and then he got going. 1st and 10. Hard count. There's an option play Young takes the pitch, does a stiff arm, and was that a late hit?
They did not call it.
Oh, that's a flag. Oh, I think the Coatesville players were mad that there wasn't a late hit called there, but then I saw a player come in late and knock over a Cougar player. So instead of getting the late hit call they wanted, I think we're going to have, it might be unsportsmanlike conduct. I don't even know what it's going to be for the hit because something was being said. And I see one player, you see Coach Ortega run up and cover the mouth of one of his people on the sideline who's being asked to walk away. I think a player actually said something to an official about the lack
I think
of
I
a
knew
late
who
hit.
that player was, Mikey. I have a number 15, Darryl Perry. I believe he was the one that said something.
Although
because he reacted, they threw the flag and he reacted right away.
Although Clifford was kind of holding his hands up while speaking. I don't know. Either way, Coach Ortega is not pleased. I think maybe you could have had a late hit call there, but once it doesn't get made,
you have to have the discipline.
Yeah,
too.
You can't say something there. And again, it was I believe I don't know if it was a coach or a former player was his mouth was covered by Coach Ortega because he just kept talking. And it is a personal foul against Coatesville. That's big for Downingtown East. That's going to get the Cougar den fired up.
Going to make it 2nd and 22. But don't forget, the line of gain there, they would have had, a very manageable chance to get a first down.
What a swing penalty flag there. Almost a late hit against Downingtown East instead. Personal foul, Coatesville, 2nd and 22. Low snap, Ortega takes it. I love how he just takes on contact. He's brought down by Jack Tormey.
Yes, he takes on contact like a running back.
And sometimes when you do that, the defense isn't expecting it, and you can run him over.
But he also gets a couple extra yards by doing that also.
3rd and 16.
Obviously a big play here because they're not going to go for it on 4th down unless they get really close.
Cougar faithful really getting loud. Ortega rolls out.
Nice
He's hit as he throws. It's thrown out of bounds. Great job there by the Downingtown East defense. They're going to get the ball back for their offense. They did exactly what they needed to do. Carl, you said they needed to get a stop, and that's just what they did.
They did, but I'll tell you what, one of the keys we talked about and you talked about at the beginning of the game was Coatesville's penalties. If they lose this football game, they lost because of these penalties, Mikey, especially that one. But we'll see. There's still plenty of time to go in this game. And obviously East has to score. But, that could be their demise tonight if they do lose.
But I believe that punt was deflected.
May have been deflected, but Downingtown East will get the ball in good field position at their own 45 with 5 minutes to go.
So you see Coach Matta giving some praise to Stocker.
Stocker's had a hell of a game on defense, Mikey. He has been all over the place. You could say he's had a bad game because he hasn't been an offensive star. Well, I think that's wrong. He's been a big, big reason why they're in this game.
We have seen some flags tonight, but this has been such a competitive game. I just don't want to see a flag be what decides this.
Me too.
John Saint, good hard run. Coatesville with just one timeout. They had to call some timeouts earlier, but then again, they have such a high-powered offense. They've not had as many big plays tonight, but they could score in one play as we've seen.
In fact, with them, it's never over.
Second and 3. Cougar in Red Raider territory.
Nice first down run. You want to keep the momentum going here if you're Downingtown East. No negative plays.
And Jonathan, it looks like he kind of tripped on his own 2 feet there a little bit. It's 3rd down. I know Jonathan's been the hot hand tonight, but At what point do you put Stocker in there just to try and see if he can break some tackles?
Yeah, maybe Connor Noble can come up with another big play. He's had 3 in this game.
I like the run-pass option here for Laletta. He's made some big plays with his legs tonight, but they are in the I formation. Maybe a little play action. Crowd in the line of scrimmage are the Red Raiders. It is play action. Pass is...
And there's Connor Noble, and I think he has it.
It's going to be a Downingtown East first down.
There you go. I called it for you, Mikey. Connor Noble with his 4th reception of the game, and they've all been big ones.
Was the play action pass. Hey, we both were right there, Carl. It's as though we've watched some football.
Yes. Big play there. Let's see if they can keep the drive moving on. 3:30 to go.
Jonathan with the carry. Spins out of the tackle. He's still going. What a run. Bo, looks like a block in the back. Doesn't get called. Don't believe there is a flag. So it's a first down run for Garvey Jonathan.
Garvey might be having his best game of his career tonight, Mikey. I'm not talking necessarily statistics-wise, but just he has been absolutely sensational, and that was a great run by him. I almost thought he had his 4th touchdown, which would have just cemented his lock for player of the game if they win this football game. As right now, he is the leading candidate if the East wins this game.
Jonathan with the carry. Another juke. Oh, he's going to be brought down at the 11. Carl, just that same juke move every time.
Yeah, the great running backs have that juke move, Mikey, where you go to grab a guy and he jukes you and you're not there. And that's a special talent that can't be taught. And not even all NFL running backs have that kind of juke move. I kind of get a gasp because that was through that juke move that got him down the 11-yard line. 1st and 10.
Jonathan tackled in the backfield by
number 54, Mikey.
Ramondo.
Big play there.
Then Coatesville next week is going to be taking on Shanahan on the Chesmont game of the week. Shanahan leading Oxford by a large margin. And Carl, going to after this play, bid you farewell to go down to do the post-game, get ready for the post-game interview as we have Pete Foster in the booth. But big play here. Jonathan with the carry. Going to be brought down after a minimal gain. Great job again by the Red Raider defense. Second and 13. Minute 12 to go. Cougars trail by 5. What a finish we have here at Kottmeyer Stadium. Daletta pass is complete. To Jack Riley. Good catch there. He had the drop earlier, but makes the sound reception. He's going to be short of the first down. Are they just going to let the play clock run all the way down to 1 and then call the timeout?
So it's 4th. They can get a first down at the 1.
Who do you give it to? Do you give it to Stocker up the middle, or do you think if he's in the game, the Red Raiders expect that? Do you do the play action if you're Coatesville? Do you sell out and just jam the middle of the field? So many things to be considered.
Well, this is the game right here, Mikey. It's either touchdown, first down, or Coatesville wins the football game.
Does Downingtown East stay undefeated? Does Coatesville stay with just one loss? Oh, Downingtown East is saying that the play clock should be reset. 4th and 2, 52 seconds to go. Stocker is in the backfield. They're the rare non-I formation. Stocker with the carry. He's going to get in for the touchdown. Brashear Stocker. He is fired up. Carl, we said, do you give the ball to Stocker? And although John Saints had a huge game, does that give Brashear Stocker?
Great play by Stocker. I'd have to go with Jonathan for player of the game, Mikey, and Stocker would be my backup because of his great defensive effort too. What do you think?
We named the D'Ambrosio Auto Group player of the game. Coatesville is going to get the ball back, so Stocker is going to have the opportunity to try and make a stop on defense.
Yeah, I wanted to remind you that this game is not over because there's still 49 seconds to go.
Again, you see a lot of cheering on his teammates.
But I tell you what, when they needed Stocker, he was there for them.
They should go for the 2 here to make it a 3-point game. Do you put Stocker back out on the field for that, or do you maybe go with John Saint?
Yeah, there's no reason not to go for 2 here because a 2-point lead doesn't mean anything because they can kick a field goal. A 3-point lead means that Coatesville could tie it, but they can't. They couldn't win it with a field goal. Big play by Brashear Stocker, and I'll tell you what, Downingtown East, when all the marbles were on the table, offensive line, Brashear Stocker, power football, how they played all year, ran it up the gut, touchdown.
And it is John Saint in there for the 2-point conversion. They give it to John Saint. Oh, and he slips. He made that cut that he's been doing all night, but his knee touched the ground. He stopped short, Carl.
I believe he is, Mikey. But a great effort by John Saint.
So 27-26, Downingtown East with the lead. Carl, what a quarter brought to you by the Lincoln Diner. Again, mention seeing this ad during the Chesmont Game of the Week. Get 10% off your bill this week only. Coatesville, 49 seconds, 1 timeout, but the clock stops for first downs. And does Coatesville try and do a long kick? Excuse me, Downingtown East trying to do a long kick.
How is Mikey? You would know better than me. There, Coatesville's field goal kicker. What is his range? Do you know?
I would say the range really depends on what the snap is going to be like, because that's what we saw for missed extra point. Coatesville, when we saw them earlier this year, when I saw the kicker warm up, I saw him kicking 30, 35-yarder consistently, but beyond that, not really sure how long he can go. Obviously, in-game situations is different. Coatesville is going to get the ball at their own 40. Charles Brown on the return.
43 seconds, 1 timeout left. So the clock stops on first downs, correct?
It does.
Okay. So they want to get first downs because otherwise they have to call timeout. Well, their short yardage, which is their style of play on this game, has to go out the door here, Mikey. They need a big play. I don't think a Ricky Ortega run or, they're going to have some kind of play where they can get downfield.
But the speed of Dupree Bryant at wide receiver,
true.
Can they cover him?
Right. Or can you throw a short pass to him and can he break one? And he's done that tonight.
Take it, drops back. Remember, Downingtown East has been pressuring up the middle all night, and there's Stocker making the tackle. I'd call the timeout if I'm Coatesville, as I do believe that Avery Young is injured again, and they call the timeout, but it's kind of a delayed timeout call because I think they were expecting to be able to spike it.
Yeah, exactly, Mikey, and I think they should have just called the timeout there. I told you that if they didn't get that first down, they should call timeout.
And now they're going to be down a talented receiver. Avery Young committed to go to Rutgers. So I guess they stopped the clock due to the injury, so the timeout was never called, and then they finally did call the timeout. So I'm not sure where the clock should be at. I don't know if the refs are going to have to figure that out themselves. Again, Carl, we're going to have to wait till the last minute to decide who the D'Ambrosio Auto Group player of the game is, and we still don't know what coach you're talking to. If Coatesville wins, obviously, I think whoever gets the scoring play that gives them the lead might be your player of the game. If it's Downingtown East, do you say John Saint or do you say Stocker after that tackle Stocker just made?
You know what? Stocker's got the Mike's kind of tired of me making him the player of the game, but I really do think John Saint deserves the player of the game, Mikey. Stocker's a great player, and he certainly made a big difference in this game also.
Taken, drops back, pressured again. He throws it up. And Bryant with the reception.
Unbelievable.
What a night Dupree Bryant has had.
There's 10 seconds on the clock. Of course, they won't start until they referee signal, correct, Mikey?
Yes, the ball has to be spotted. They're going to have to clock it. And they do. Time to maybe run one play to the end zone and then try for a kick. And what makes it more interesting is they're at a far hash mark, and this is high school. Just like college, the hash marks go wider on the field than it does in the NFL. Love it when these games come down to the last second. Nerve-wracking for the fans, nerve-wracking for the players, but again, you just don't want to see a penalty flag on this last or second to last play of the game. Again, they should try for the end zone here. Oh, false start. Number 58 jumps. He's pointing to Downingtown East, but I think it's going to be a legal procedure.
Oh, it's definitely a legal procedure on
Hartman.
On 4 other guys, too, but I guess they all went by what he did, huh? Well, at this point, I'm not sure if that makes a big difference. What do you think?
Now, the good thing, well, it does for if they have to kick.
Well, that's true, but the kick, I don't think the kick is there an option right now? Because they weren't going to kick then, unless they went an incomplete and had time and decided to kick a field goal.
Now, the important thing there was that the clock was already stopped, because if that clock was running and they got the false start, then you have the time runoff. But I think that if they, I don't know if they would have gone for a field goal anyway, but that definitely takes it out of the equation, I think, backing them up to 5 yards. Although I was at 3CTV Live at the time, was at a Coatesville game that I might be a yard or two off on the total yards, but the game ended on a 46-yard made field goal by Coatesville.
So they either need a first down here, Mikey, or a touchdown, but nothing less than a first down.
I think they're going for the end zone. Downingtown East, Stocker with the pressure. Ball is thrown up, and that is caught. Dupree Bryant, Carl.
I think that's your player of the game, Mikey.
What a play by Dupree Bryant. Carl, we said going into that drive, it was going to be a possibility of Bryant making the big play. I said, they should possibly try to go for him as they are fired up. Although they also have to make sure that they don't get a flag here, because I saw a player take their helmet off. And, Pete, I know we like to be unbiased on the air, but I know you are a Coatesville fan. Talk about the play that was just made by not just Bryant, but Ortega making that throw.
Oh, really incredible play. Ortega has come a long way over the years, and it just really shows his poise throughout the entire game, how he led his team to victory. And Dupree Bryant, how he made big plays all game long. Coatesville just showed a bunch of poise, a bunch of toughness, a bunch of togetherness through the team to actually come through and pull out this should-be victory.
The extra point no good, but really does not matter, because if Downingtown East finds a way to get a touchdown here, the extra point would not have mattered. But we're at 3 seconds to go. Dupree Bryant with the, looks like, game-winning touchdown reception.
And this is one of those rivalries where these kids will think about this game years to go from now, whether on the losing side or the winning side. You have an undefeated Downingtown team, a one-loss Coatesville team. Both teams played their hearts out, and as you see, it came down to the last seconds. I mean, Downingtown really thought they had it in the bag with under a minute to go, and Coatesville came down. A couple big plays by Ortega, big catch by Dupree Bryant, and here we are. We'll look to a good playoff, and maybe they'll see each other in the playoffs again. You never know.
Yeah, both teams, as we said, already are in the playoffs. Downingtown East obviously wanted to stay undefeated and get the Chesmont National Division crown.
Right.
As we said, they weren't expected to be this strong coming into the season. Coatesville, people knew they were going to be good. Last year, I think they were better than people expected. Ricky Ortega, Coach Matter, we saw prepping for this game, he said that he's already improved just between last year and this year, and he's just a sophomore.
Yes.
It's going to be a trick play, lots of pitches on the return by Downingtown East. That's really their only option. And Coatesville has caught it, and they're going to run it back, and it's going to make this game not look as close as it was. That is Aaron Young getting the touchdown. And Coatesville, pending a victory next week against Bishop Shanahan on the Chesmont Game of the Week, is going to be your Chesmont National Division champs as they've beaten Downingtown East 44-32. Now, they went and celebrated in front of the Downingtown East players and fan section. Do want to note, a couple of years ago, there was a game where players got into it after a game due to some celebrating. So, as well played and competitive as this game was, want to make sure that there's no foolishness between players after the game.
Right. And we want to thank the 600-plus viewers for checking in into the live stream tonight. I know you guys tune into one of the better games of the Chesmont Division this year.
And again, this game is archived, so if you missed any second of it, somebody that missed it, or if you were, somebody that was at the game and maybe they didn't quite see something on a play, well, you're going to want to come back and you're going to want to see those plays that you missed.
Yes, very much.
And the Coatesville Red Raiders have now gone to 8-1 for the season, 5-0 in Chesmont play. Downingtown East 4-1 in Chesmont play, 8-1. What a game, Pete.
Yes, what a game. Now the players can maybe celebrate at the Lincoln Diner after the game, get some good food.
Yeah, 10% off if you
Hey.
mentioned seeing the ad. They brought us the fourth quarter. I want to thank all our sponsors. And, hey, you want to sponsor the Chesmont Game of the Week next week where Coatesville looks to shore up the Chesmont National Division title. Call 610-269-5000. Again, your D'Ambrosio Auto Group player of the game, Dupree Bryant. Carl Runman's going to have a post-game interview with victorious coach Matt Ortega. I was expecting a good game. Weeks ago we said we have to do this game. It's going to be a good one, but this was even better than expected, Pete.
Yeah, actually at halftime the score could have been 28-14, but two big turnovers in the red zone committed by Downingtown East really kept Coatesville in the game, and Coatesville came out in the second half. They never gave up. It was a back-and-forth game all the way through, and Coatesville just was the tougher team and came out on top at the end. So congrats to those guys on the victory, and also congrats to Downingtown East for their season. Only loss of the season being tonight, but
and they do still have a chance because Coatesville is going up against a good Shanahan offense. Downingtown East still has a tough opponent. I believe they're playing Avongrove next week, going up against Francis, who of course is very talented.
Yes, and Coatesville did show that they have some weaknesses on their defense, so they want to clean it up before next week's matchup against a solid offense of Shanahan. Want to clean up that run defense, and Downingtown East wants to keep working on the things that they have going well as far as their three-headed monster backfield, playing very well. Most of their yardage came from the ground today, too. Not many passing yards. So they see a strong running game that they heavily rely on, which will take them far into the playoffs, as it should look like.
But Dupree Bryant, 3 touchdowns. He had 1 in the first quarter. He had 1 in the third. Excuse me, 2 in the fourth. So talk about making the big plays when it counts.
Yeah, and they all seem like to be big touchdowns. I mean, we had the one in the final seconds, the one in the first quarter seemed to be 40-plus, maybe 50-plus yards. And, yeah, just big plays by Dupree Bryant all around. Good, solid defensive stops when they needed to, especially at the last drive there where a sack, which took Downingtown out of a manageable first down position.
And you see the respective coaches talking to their players, and Coach Ortega fired up, got his players fired up at the end of his speech as Carl Rudman is getting ready to interview the victorious coach. More of a somber walking out of the post-game discussion with their coach, Coach Mehta. Clearly disappointed. I mean, it came down to one play. Are you able to make this stop? It was single coverage, which, again, I know you're maybe thinking, how do you leave Dupree Bryant in single coverage? Well, it's because Coatesville has so many weapons on offense. As we get ready to send it down to Carl Rudman. Carl, take it away.
Great game, Coach. What can you say about the overall effort of your football team tonight?
I mean, we played a lot of games here the last 9 years, and there's nothing like the effort that our kids had in the second half tonight. And they kept believing, came out, it was no doubt. Everybody was calm on the sidelines that last drive, and we made plays.
2 names. I mean, you got a lot of great football players, but 2 names tonight: Dupree Bryant and, of course, your son Ricky Ortega.
You know, those guys have been playing together for the last 8 years, playing basketball together, playing football together, and those 2 just know each other. They just know each other so well. And 6 made a play, 1 knew where he was at, and those guys made the play for the game winner.
Great game, Coach. Well, unbelievable game. I'll be talking about this one for years.
Yep, thanks.
Thanks. Hi, Dupree.
Hey.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
What a great game by you. You and Jonasay were going to be the stars of the game. Whoever made the play at the end of the game, but it turned out to be you. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Let me talk to me about that last play of the game. How'd you get so open downfield when they knew you were coming?
I ran a 6 hitch. He jumped it, ran right past him, wide open.
Yeah,
good catch.
It was a nice catch too.
Thank you.
A great game. What are you looking for the end of the year?
End of the year.
Yeah.
Go to States. Win everything.
Yep. Well, great game.
Thank you.
Really enjoyed it. It was a wonderful game to watch for everybody. Have a great night.
Thank you.
All right, let's send it back to Mikey Dunn in the booth to close it out. What a great football game tonight.
Again, we are happy to bring you Coatesville trying to get the Chesmont National Division title next week against Bishop Shanahan. We showed you this great game tonight. Again, go to YouTube to watch it. It's going to be archived on there. Go to ChesmontFootball.com or go to 3CTVLive.com. For Carl Rudman, Pete Foster, everyone on the crew, I'm Mikey Dunn. Good night, everybody.